Hello, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the Common Sense Sisters.
Greetings, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Hey, Javestina.
Hey, Javestina. Welcome. Greetings, everybody.
Welcome. If it's your first time of coming to our YouTube channel or, passing by,
we are the Common Sense Sisters.
The one and only Common Sense Sisters.
Fresh from OBO's concept.
Please, let's normal greetings. Okay? My name is Yo-Yo.
I want to show the shirt. And my name is Ella. Ella Obio. Ella Baddest. Ella 30 BG. Ella We Rise by Lifting Others. Ella Obio Squad. Ella just came from the Obio concert.
Where history was made in history. History was made
Ella
in
with
history.
the new hair. Who that? Yo-Yo with the new hair. Who that?
Bang.
David sisters. Who that?
We
rising on this channel by subscribing.
We are rising.
Lifting by subscribing.
By thumbsing up, we are rising. By sharing the link, we are all rising. Are you there?
We are here.
Are you with me now?
Yeah, if you're coming in, please hit the like button.
Hit the like button and comment and let us know.
Who's in the building?
Please gather your family, your friends, your enemy, your pastor, your imam, everybody. They rise.
I know you rise.
Hey,
Zoom
Baddest.
We don't even last time wait for the videos on Friday. Now we don't know whether we'll be here today. But as it be now, we cannot say we cannot not be here.
Yeah.
So we knew that we have to be here to deliver you with the political updates going on in the country.
Before then, regularly scheduled
announcement.
This Wi-Fi that is doing anyhow.
Yeah, our Wi-Fi is playing skelebi, acting up, but we go still rise.
But we go rise this show.
We go still rise the show.
We go rise this show.
Yeah,
regularly scheduled announcement because we know that there's some of you that are returning squad members. We thank you and we appreciate you. And for those who newly subscribe to our YouTube channel, you are now welcome to the amiable, commendable, and the only integralicious, and debatable Common Sense Squad. You are welcome. Now, these are the announcements
for today.
For the live debates. Okay?
Number one.
All protocols observed.
Please be respectful, be open-minded, stay on topic, don't use bad words. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like and share the video. If you're new to the squad, again, welcome. You can check out the About page to learn more about the Common Sense Sisters and the Common Sense Squad. You can visit our community tab. That's where we post all our regularly scheduled updates to update everyone on what's going on, what we're going to be talking about in the channel, what's happening in general in the world. You can visit our playlist. We have a lot of videos, ton of videos with different varieties for you to binge watch. And whilst you're at it, please watch the adverts, okay? Remember to share them as well. Finally, you can find us on different social media platforms. We're Common Sense Sisters everywhere you go.
In fact, about right now, you should be following us, especially on Twitter.
On the Bird app. You guys
especially on Twitter, Common Senses. Especially on Twitter, you're going to be finding us a lot of times. There.
All right. So this past on Friday, we put out a poll.
Yeah.
Here, asking you all what topic you want us to cover. We got 16 votes at the time we screenshotted this thing a few minutes ago, and 88% of you wanted us to do the religious. Does religion and tribalism have a hold on Nigerian politics? And yes, that's the live show we're doing today, and that's going to be the only live show.
Most likely,
we're not going to do the second one. We're only focusing. We have to go and enjoy ourselves. It's summertime, please, and not be every time.
So, for those of you who don't know the topic of today, it's on the screen, but let's show you the thumbnail.
This is the thumbnail.
Now, as you look at this thumbnail, tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Tell me, how does this speak to you? Tell us. when you saw this thumbnail,
who do you identify with?
Who do you identify with on this thumbnail? Are you an umbrella? Or are you a broom? Or are you power drunk? Or are you sold out? Or do you belong to the Sorosoke generation? The generation that will not take nonsense regardless of your age,
Yes,
your
so,
status.
yeah.
Anything you do anyhow, you see anyhow. The only generation that summons INEC and make sure that the House of Representatives speak to them to consider extending the time for registration. The only generation that will speak truth to power, that will challenge the status quo.
Whose side are you on?
Whose side are you on? Or are you a gaslighter with the arrow beside your face in the only one wearing glasses?
Above the drunk. Above the drunk.
Are you a gaslighter, or you decide to use yourself for misfortune of doom?
Or jealousy they finish you when you're exposed. Jealousy they finish you.
Or is your shokotofi with saga of iniquity and links to iniquity of false propaganda and propagandarists?
Are you so? Or are you worried?
Or are you so?
Are you so? Or are you worried?
Do you not sit down and make a video to sow your worries that there are no structures when you cannot advertise your own structure?
Your party?
Are you scared of the broom while you are sowing your worries?
Are you a bat? Do you fly at night above the power?
And
are you wearing a bada above on the right hand above? Abi, do you use umbrella with the tickle? Are you an AA with the tickle? Please let us know who you identify with.
And with your full chest, because you know that over here, different opinions are important. Are welcome.
Different greetings.
Hey, greetings. Different opinions are welcome because we like debate. But debate when they get low IQ, now the one when we say you not tackle the issues before they attack the human being.
Yeah.
No. So it's okay to ascribe and aspire to be part of different sessions. That's
your aspire to Miguire. That's fine.
That's your different your choice as a human being. But it's not your choice to come and be using your tongue to be misyanning and autoyanning. With that, if you do it in the comment section, your privileges might be revoked. You will find out when that happens to you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into the topic of today. For this video, we're going to be telling you everything about politics that's been happening
and our goal.
And although we have been posting videos every single day, updating you all, and we hope people have been watching, enjoying the content, engaging in them, and also sharing them with people to spread that awareness that we need in Nigeria, in the country, and global at large, right? Also, we want to thank people on Twitter, on Instagram, different social media platforms that provide us with these different content, whether it's music or talking or information that we get to share with the squad, because we know that many people on our channel are not on Twitter, and this is how you people get updated. So we'll give credit to those people, and all the links to the sources that we use will be in the description box after the live show, so you can find the places where we got this information for.
And then, so let me circle back a bit.
Okay,
so remember last week we all had a debate live here talking about how long distance marriages how their long distance marriage get,
and what's the cause,
and what is the cause, and narrowing it down. And we provided some solutions here on this channel that those of us in the diaspora, if which they did not allow us, that we have right to vote. That,
my sweetie, welcome, sweetie.
Yeah, so we made some suggestions for some possible solutions whereby we who are living abroad can have impacts for this upcoming election.
And we even posted a short video about it. I hope you watched it too.
And one of the things that we did was to say, no PVC, no remittance. If you don't understand, go and watch the video from last week. Not me go come recap for you. Okay?
Yeah.
In that same stance, we did not know that that's what's going to be happening in the future.
Yeah.
But we also found out that some of our own, like Name
Sweetie,
told us that she has also started implementing it. No PVC, no remittance. And it's working, which means that she is doing what I have decided to name a citizenship awareness initiative.
Yeah, and this week we got off the phone with our principal from our secondary school.
Way back.
And we asked her, we said, hey, sister, do you have your PVC?
And she said yes.
So everybody in the convent.
Yeah, everybody in her community. have the PVC. You, what do you they do? What are you afraid of?
Another thing I said is PVC is something you should always have. It's not something that you should not even have at any time. It's like it should be part of you. It's like your ID card.
It's your ID card. It's like your rights as an individual. Then you don't want anybody to take that right from you. That is what your PVC means. Permanent voter's card. Your choice to choose who you want to serve you, to lead you, to represent you wherever you go. That you know you will not have shame. Now we know also, before we are getting into it, this is just to warm you up. Now we are getting into the matters of today. Does religion and tribalism have a hold on our on Nigerian politics? Let's go there.
Let's go there.
Access granted. Launch sequence activated.
The 2023 election.
National Integrated System. Nice, safe, smart, intelligent, friendly.
And this can only be possible if all of us go register and pick up our PVCs. Obi can come and anywhere when you go for the 2023 election. We go follow. Oh yeah, make it tell a neighbor.
All right.
Have you heard? Make you tell a neighbor.
Kudos to that Nigerian youth.
Kudos to that Nigerian.
When did they do this thing for us? Go put the link. You go now. Go follow her.
You should go and follow this person. The links are
the person that made this video.
Yes. That is very, very fantastic.
Yeah.
You see Nigeria.
Nigerian youth.
You see Nigeria.
All right. We see you people. Good evening, Glad
Diary. How you doing? Yes. So the name says it works.
Yes,
don't tell your neighbor.
The
name says it works.
Tell your neighbor. All right. Now we're talking about religion and what do they call this thing? Tribalism.
Because they are the fabrics of every Nigerian.
We're going to start with religion now. And let me say something. But as usual, Nigeria is still growing. It's still showing why we want change. They are turning some people away.
We will get to that. Don't worry. Fear not. We are here. Fear not. We are here with alacrity and integrity to dissect and answer any question that you have.
We are ready.
We are ladies of research. So we are ready. There's no question that is impossible or too difficult for us to what?
Answer. Pastor Miguaya, Eunice, welcome, my sis.
How you doing, fellow Torontonian? Now, let's take them to religion.
We are going to a church. Now, let's talk about religion first. Okay, look at the video. No, it's not for my mouth to be narrating it. You will see.
You have to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Wahala.
At the end of that. In this video that you just watched, for people who might have not heard it clearly, that is a video of a Nigerian priest named Father Mbaka, who was telling his congregation that Nigerians cannot have a stingy president as somebody who will rule the country. And he was referring to our own candidate, Peter Obi. This is not the first time that Father Mbaka is calling out Peter Obi for being quote unquote stingy. If you people have been on the social media space, we're not going to play that second video, it's too long. It was a few years ago when Father Mbaka was trying to coerce Peter Obi into donating money to his adoration ministry church. On stage, Peter Obi was there. And Peter Obi to put him on the spot, and say, our governor, this is not about being stingy. This is about God. If you want God to work for you, you have to tell us what you are promising for the harvest and bazaar. Peter Obi said, you have to, I've told you this thing before, my priest. You have to show us this, the plan, the construction,
the projects that you want to do,
that you want us to donate this money to. So his efforts to coerce Peter Obi into giving him money failed. Now, Peter Obi is running for election for presidency this year. He's coming back again to tell his congregation that we cannot have a quote-unquote stingy person to rule the nation. And thankfully, Nigerian youths have responded to him. Before we give you our own response, we will be playing 2 videos where Nigerian youths have responded to Father Mbaka. So please listen attentively and hear them. One will be in music, the other one will be in words and praying. If you understand the language that they are speaking, you can interpret it in the comment section. Otherwise, when they are done, we'll give a summary of everything. As you're watching this thing, they translated for some of them. As you're watching this thing, please also make sure that you are sharing the video so other people can join in the live show and we'll do this thing as a community together. And make sure you like as well. Oh yeah, this is the first video of Nigerian youths responding to Father Mbaka for calling Peter Obi stingy. Make we go.
God hates stinginess.
I don't believe in pride, or to share money for pride. I don't depend on prophecy, I just pray to my God. Always believe in trying, and to say the truth and lie. Always do my best, and leave the rest to God. My fellow Nigerians, stingy presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. God, I'm back and you know, stingy presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. I tell you, because the West Indies better pass the one to California back our money go to waste. My papa advised me, make I do politics in honesty. No matter the pressure, I must stick to my integrity. Always cut my clothes according to my size. I know they promise anything where my power no reach. My yes is my yes, my no is my no. I know they make it younger, I'm a sinful man by nature. My fellow Nigerians, stingy presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. I swear, Daddy Mbaka, stingy presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. Ice water, Obi blow music. We are obedient. Go get your PVC.
Yes, so that is video 1 of Nigerian youth who created a song immediately to address Father Mbaka. Now, this is the second video that I'm talking about that we're going to play now, which is a prayer from Nigerian youths to the haters like
general Nigerians. Yes,
Nigerians.
To address this thing that Mbaka is doing. Okay, because when you talk publicly, they're going to answer you publicly.
Everybody make we listen together.
Almighty God, we are calling upon you. Nigeria is in your hands. Father, we can't even decide. We don't even have anything to say. We don't even know what to say. Everybody is busy saying one or two, but Father, we believe that at the end of time, your will be done. Amen. Father, all the saboteurs we have in this country, now the time to fish them out has come. Amen. All the fake prophets, all the fake churches, every fake religion. Father, this is the time for you to put into their mouth. They have deceived us enough. Anybody that is using your name negatively, using your name because they say you cannot use the name of your God in vain. That is calling your name in vain or saying that the Lord said why you have not spoken. Father Lord, more in your no Jesus. Amen. Pastor, who reverend father, who bishop, or who deacon, or who cantonant, or who maintenance, whatever you have ordained yourself, you dark integrity, God anointed you, turn the one side. How can you come out and begin to talk rubbish? Amen. If God did not call you, wait for our call. You don't come out and tell us God call you. Anybody that will put hand into our eyes, anybody that will say that what God has given to us, light and home by deaf and dumb, now Jesus. When you behind you go open mouth to talk in you. Here call the name the church and you don't know like let their eyes be open so that they will flee away. Amen. In Jesus' name I have prayed. Amen. Amen.
Continue, sir.
Don't want when I didn't say you should walk. God, we are calling upon you. Nigeria is.
Are you there?
Okay.
Now
You see
let's
many
see.
people are
Looks
coming-
like many
Well,
people are
it's time
coming
for
in.
us to translate now.
Many people are coming in, so let's see.
Let's see who's in the building.
You see?
Miriam. Oh, no, before Miriam. Nazom is saying that.
Not Nazom.
I'm sorry. Nem is saying Nigeria needs a stingy president who will manage Nigeria's money well.
Roger that.
Mhm.
Roger that.
Miriam, greetings. Welcome.
Hi, Miriam.
Miriam is saying Mbaka is highly problematic. Now so we see him. Now so we see him. The person now, these are many comments. We rate you. Let's see somebody else. Oh, Miriam is wanting us to translate it. Okay.
So, if you were here, the men that were praying, they were praying against every form of false prophets, people who are self-proclaimed and say that God called them to be misleading people up and down, that their mouths, he renders some prayer, of course,
That their mouths, they will not be able to talk, or deaf and dumb, they will not be able to talk or hear anybody that is saying that God called them,
that God should expose them.
God should expose them. Whether it's fake prophet, fake deacon, anybody.
Yeah.
That's basically what he was saying.
That's basically what he was saying in summary. And it's expected. I mean, it's expected. When his fellow, if you have been following our YouTube channel, you will know that this week, from Democracy Day, which was last week's, was celebrated on Monday, we had put out a video about them saying Peter Obi doesn't have any structure. And in that video, you had some Catholic priests and even bishops that were talking to their congregants, advising them on the importance of having their PVC. Some people went as far as saying that you have to have your PVC before you even come to church, because we cannot all be gathering and saying, well, worship and all those things. When it comes to your civic responsibility, you are not doing this. When his fellow priest brothers are advocating for positive change, he is there wanting coins.
Architect of destruction.
Well, according to public records, he said that Mbaka has come out to tender apology. That is his own cup of stew. Because when people show you who they are, believe them.
And this is not also the first time he's talking about.
It's not the first time.
So this is the second time.
So that is it. So we have taken him as that's who he is now. So another
person responded, and everybody in Nigeria should know who this woman is. And we'll be reading directly from the things that she shared, and shared this message just, I think it was even that same day.
Yeah.
After the news of Mbaka calling Peter Obi stingy came to be. She came and she shared her own experience of Peter Obi. Now, everybody, this is Lady Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, the wife to the late Ojukwu. Every Nigerian should know who Ojukwu is.
If you don't know who Odumegu Ojukwu is, Google him or check on YouTube.
History. All right, so we will read Bianca's take on her Peter Obi experience. And she said, "No apologies, please, on Peter Obi's supposed stinginess. In quotes. Sometime in 2009, Mr., as he preferred to be addressed, Peter Obi, governor of Anambra State at the time, visited Dean Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu and myself at Dallas, Texas. He came to deliver a get well message from Dr. Goodluck Jonathan and was billed to attend a black tie event at the Dallas Marriott. Curiously, he flew into Dallas airport with one small carry-on luggage, which he insisted on wheeling around himself, and on getting to our residence, requested to freshen up. He opened his carry-on filled with files and paperwork and few toiletries, an extra shirt. When the Ikemba and I asked if he was expecting another item of luggage, he said no. Then what will you be wearing to the event tonight? We inquired. It was at that point that it struck him that he couldn't show up in his casuals at such a ceremony. I insisted on taking him to a luxury men's emporium at 9 Mon Marcus to buy a smart black suit. When we got there, he was busy doing the dollar to naira currency conversions. The suit that was a perfect match for him was a dapper Tom Ford suit with a price tag of $3,985 plus tax. He did the calculations and told me, "Do you know how many students this amount of money can train in Nigeria?" I reminded him that he was the governor as well as a special guest. And for the caliber of guests expected at that evening's occasion, including the mayor, senators, and captains of conglomerates, amongst others, he needed to be dressed in top form. That, to cut the story short, he refused to pay what he termed that outrageous price for a Tom Ford suit. And that was how we ended up at Steinmart's, where he agreed to pay a more acceptable price of $220, tax inclusive, for a basic men's suit, which he was happy to wear to that evening's event. What struck me was that as we were on the way to the airport to see him off for his return, this is Peter Obi, for his return flight back to Nigeria, he reached out from his pocket where he brought out an envelope of crisp $100 bills. The amount in the envelope was $3,800. He said, "Ayahu, this is the balance of the money I would have paid for the Ford suit. If the label on the suit was Peter Obi, I am wondering if anybody in America will pay that amount for it. I had deducted the amount we paid for the suit we eventually bought. Please use this balance for your charity foundation to help those in actual need. I trust you will do so." We all laughed heartily. Vintage Peter Obi. The eventual beneficiaries of the largeness were Madame Teresa Agbo, a yam seller who became penniless and displaced when her yam shed was gutted by fire; Callistus Egbe, who was bedridden due to illness and needed help with the school fees of his young children; and the Mbandemle family of 6 who were thrown out of their one-room accommodation, which was subsequently doubled to 2 rooms because the breadwinner of their family fell upon hard times and could no longer afford the rent. In life, you either live by your creed or you discredit the mold by which the Almighty created you. Any progressive nation measures an individual by his values, not his votes. If this way of life is what is dared as stinginess on the part of Peter Obi, then we all need to accept this mold for a more sustainable and more humane environment. Iyom Bianca Odumegu Chukwujuku, 16th June 2022.
Yeah, and I want to make this statement, echo this statement from her. In life, you either live by your creed or you desecrate the mold by which the Almighty created you. Any progressive nation measures an individual by his values, not his votes. By his values, not his votes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Queen
Lady Bianca.
Ah.
A beautiful woman. Woman with common sense. A rare gem. Now, when you have people like this is what we call my Peter Obi experience.
And the hashtag is there on Twitter.
So when you see the hashtag my Peter Obi experience, these are just one of the many examples whereby kindness, integrity, value system, people are testifying to it.
And more people even came out in the wake of this whole Peter Obi being stingy allegations and situations. 3 different people, which we screenshotted here, they've come and they shared their story. This person, I think it was a YouTube comment, and it was screenshotted and shared on Twitter. This person said,
my house was
my
aunt's house. Now, this is part of the my Peter Obi experience. My aunt's house was knocked down by an Iroko tree at Amambia, and her grandson was killed by this same tree. Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State at that time. He personally paid a visit to my aunt to console her and rebuilt the house for her. My aunt lives in the house now. He does not know who I am, but I'm using this opportunity to let the world know who the man called Peter Obi and what the man Peter Obi has done for my widow aunt. Another person again, Julia Park, said, my hubby's family house had its fence cracked, destroyed by contractors in the process of road construction. Peter Obi was the governor then and personally paid a visit to my guys, that's her husband's mom's home, who is a widow, apologized to her and ensured that they rebuilt the fence swiftly. You need a leader that is personable. He have relationship. He can feel. He understands his assignment. He knows what it means to feel. He knows the meaning of kindness. He knows the meaning of service to one another. He knows that for a community, I'm a reflection of my community as a leader. If my community is doing well, it means as a leader, I am doing well. That is who Peter Obi is.
Yes. Peter Obi did not only extend this kindness to people in his states, in those, when he was governor of Anambra State, he would give out, 1 million naira to people, graduates who came out with first class. He did a lot of things in the educational sector, in the health sector. He even extended this kindness to the people of Kogi State. And here you can see Anambra First Son on Twitter is saying, after leaving office in 2016, Peter Obi went to an abandoned primary school in an interior village in Kogi State to donate money to them. Yahya Bello, which is the current governor of the Kogi State, is not even aware that the school is existing. Peter Obi did not only narrow his goodness in Nigeria, he extended it to
outside the
shores of Africa. He went to South Africa and he even went to Haiti. Here you will see that in 2010, while he was still governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi and his son spent days in an aid camp in Haiti as an aid worker after the Haiti earthquake. He raised and donated the sum of $200,000 to help
in rebuilding efforts.
He also visited Nigerians too in South Africa as at 2015 or so. I don't have the screenshots here, but this is just to show you the kind of man that we are telling you has to govern us as people in Nigeria. The youths are aware of this, and we are asking you today to know that your PVC matters, and your PVC, Peter's votes, it will count.
If you advocate that people should get their PVC, then Peter's vote will what? Will count. Another thing that I want, as we're going through all these things and everything was going on, so many things were crossing our minds. So many things were crossing our minds. And there's one thing, and I was talking to my sister. I said, Ella, kindness is like a lamp. Because it's not bad, because it's not popular, it's under a table. So you have a table and there's a lamp under that table. The lamp is on the ground, but the lamp is shining its light on the ground. So it's dispersed on the ground, which means that people under the lamp, they are experiencing the kindness. Now, when something big is about to happen, the one who is doing the kindness is the person's lifestyle. So it doesn't care whether people are noticing or are not noticing. Do the kindness in the person's lifestyle. In this case, Peter Obi. That's the lamp. Spreading everywhere. We have not heard too much about him. But when they started saying there's no structure, and they asked Peter Obi, who are the structure? And Peter Obi said, humans are the structure. The 100 million Nigerians who are hungry, the youths that are unemployed, the widows, they are the structures. And the structures, you know what they had to do? They lifted up the table by sharing my Peter Obi experience. And the light was shining. And the light shined all the way from Anambra to Haiti, to South Africa, to different parts of Nigeria, even to different parts of the world, even to the Americas. It is shining. That's what kindness does. It's infectious. Kindness is a virus that needs to go viral. So when you see good thing, when you experience good thing, you emulate it, and you must share it. You must share it. If it has been done to you and you have experienced it, it is your responsibility to share it. You cannot be shy of sharing kindness. The Peter Obi experience. Are you seeing, are you feeling the effect? It is a movement and not a campaign. When you talk about movement, you're talking about things that is affecting you in toto. You get as they do, you go say, I go carry this matter for my head. Because if they do me, I go carry it for my head. Campaign and job when they pay somebody to do. Have you ever heard in the history of Nigeria, democracy is just 23 years old, in the history of Nigeria, say the youths are rising from all over the world, creating jingles, transcribing jingles in different languages, holding live meetings, talking about strategies. Those who serve in the umbrella party as consultants or whatever, and in the broom party, they are bringing their experience and taking it to the grassroots. People are donating buildings. We're registering the name of the buildings as Labour Party. They say we don't get structure. They say Labour Party don't get structure. They say Peter Obi don't get structure. Do you need structure structure for kindness? Is there any structure for
The
kindness?
structure is me and you as we carry the matter for our head.
Is there any structure for kindness? If there's structure for kindness, then it means it is both. Now I say, oh, it doesn't have structure. We not get structure for 23 years. What did the structure do? It brings destruction.
Two different types of structure.
Two different types of structure. One that started with structure of umbrella, the other one that started with the structure of broom.
Sweeping
When
away
they
the destiny
sweep
of
away the
Nigeria.
destiny of Nigeria.
Covering the
The
destiny of
current
Nigeria.
structure has brought a lot of destruction to the nation Nigeria, and everybody is feeling it both home and abroad. Our eye don't see it. When we see hope, we must focus.
We must hug them.
We must hug.
Hug them
We
tight.
go spread them.
We go spread them.
We go focus. We go focus. We go focus. We go focus. Because the way we they see for front and our very before that we can verify, we can categorize. We are proud to share. Now this Peter Obi, are you sold? What is your Peter Obi experience? You don't have to experience it personally from the stories. Are you with us? Let us see what the
Let's see what the
community
community is saying in the comment section. So Jermaine is saying, this Peter Obi is indeed a prudent man with common sense that cares for the needs of everyday citizens of Nigeria.
I agree.
Very, very
When foolish people don't understand the difference between stinginess and prudence, when they see prudency, they call them stingy.
Because you're not putting money inside their private pockets.
You know they use money, they cover the sweat from their armpits when they gather flies of iniquity.
Miriam is saying this is a lesson in humility.
Yes,
these are the real humility, not all those fake ones.
This will not be the work of
not be the fake humility when they go announce them for church. Oh, the governor is donating the amount of money to the church. Stolen funds. No, this is the real humility.
Organic humility.
Exactly,
And that is his lifestyle.
Religion and tribalism does not only have a hold on Nigeria's politics, it is holding Nigeria by the jugular. Religion and ethnic sentiments is a bad combination for Nigeria.
Facts.
Very true. Now with the address today. Shade, welcome. Hi, host. I was told after your last live show I watched. Okay, thank you so much for letting us know. Thank you, fellow obedience.
We salute you.
We salute you, Shade.
We salute we salute you. Okay.
Mirabel, welcome, Mirabel. Yes, so Miriam, kindness is inheritance. Inherent. Exactly, Miriam. Who are the old and current? Who the old and current structure?
The old and the current structure brought destruction. The old and the current structure brought destruction. Now, where they said we don't get structure. I am the structure. Kindness gets structure. Humility gets structure. Focus on the value.
Receipts.
Focus on the value. Not be devout. Don't be a slave. Say you look for structure. We be political analysts. I'm not an analyst. All the structure 23 years has brought destruction.
I am saying, Peter Obi, upon this rock shall we build a new Nigeria.
And the gates of broom and umbrella shall not prevail. That is why we need to be advocate for spreading the gospel of common sense on where people should get their PVC. Exactly. Don't think that you don't have power. When we are bringing updates from Twitter and every part of the internet, that's why they read Nigerian newspaper. I was drunk on reading Nigerian newspaper from the Daily to the Punch to the Vanguard, because I know that most of us here know they read newspaper for Nigeria.
We are consumed with
most of you here are also afraid of going on Twitter, and it is our responsibility
to bring it here to you.
To bring it here
anywhere you are in the world.
Are you with me now? Click the like button and share the video.
All right, on to the next one. Now, that was for the Mbaka piece.
The religious piece.
The other, that's just Mbaka. There's another part of the religion as well. There are some Anglican priests, I don't know, Anglican people who are clergy, who also had something of a pledge that they also made with this stance of PVC. So everybody, let us all watch what this Anglican priest had to say.
As clergy of the Ham Diocese, we want to show here that all of us have obtained our PVC in readiness to vote in the forthcoming election. We also stand here to vow that we will make sure that every member of our diocese we get his or her PVC and participate in the forthcoming election as good citizens of Nigeria. In the name of God the Father. And of the Son. And of the Holy Spirit. And we say, Amen. As you have vowed today, make sure that all our members get their own PVC. Lead your members to get this. From 1st August 2022, anybody who doesn't have this will not only stop taking our Holy Communion, but will not be allowed to enter into the church for worship until he or she gets it. Please do this so that all of us will participate in this election and elect credible leaders that will lead this nation. If we fail to do it, the same bad leaders who are crying against today will come back to rule us. And that will not be good for our nation and the future of our children. Please, if you agree that you will do this, shout a bigger amen with me. Amen. Diocese.
So now we have seen that some religious leaders are taking it upon themselves to educate their congregants about civic responsibility. And one of the most important things, which is not popular, is never really been popularly advertised, is this permanent voters card. And so they are coming together, this group of African priests or religious leaders, they are coming together and they are saying that they will take it upon themselves to make sure that all their members get their PVC. Civic responsibility, it is very important. It is very important to stop stop the continuous structure of destruction that has been going on in Nigeria. There's something you have to notice about we from the Sorosoke generation. The Sorosoke generation is not like our parents and grandparents' generation that are soaked in the immersed in tribalism. As you can see from the thumbnail, tribalism and religion have continuously to be being used as tools to divide us. Instead of it to be used as a tool that will bring us together. So you will hear people say, oh, because this person is an Igbo person, it's not good. We cannot trust them based on history. This, that. Oh, because this person is Yoruba. This person is Hausa. This person is Idoma. This person is Shekiri, Surubu, Bini, and all those things, etc. Or this person is a Muslim. Oh, we cannot. So, Muslims are this. This person is a Christian. Oh, we cannot. So Christians are this. Or this person is a traditional worshiper. This person doesn't respect God and all that. Dividing yourselves. At the end of the day, you are still a Nigerian first. Your religion and your what's the color? Your religion and your tribe adds no value to the currency that is currently down in Nigeria.
It doesn't increase it.
It doesn't increase it. It doesn't reduce.
If you are poor and you are a person in Nigeria, you are in Nigeria that is poor. Your tribe.
Even if you are very wealthy,
even if you are wealthy,
and the country is poor, you are poor. When they say they say Nigeria is on the poverty line or so they know they say the poverty line
for this religion,
for this religion,
or for this region or tribe.
The poverty line is higher.
Nigeria as a whole that they tell you. Don't use your religion as a form of divisive mechanism. Don't
allow yourself to be used. Because when people manipulate your mind by what you choose as your value. So in this case, your tribe or your religion, which in both given to you by the person who gave it to you.
Yeah, for the most part.
Right? So when you have that, those are your core values and all that. But when it comes to making decisions, objective decisions that are supposed to lead the nation forward, you have to look at the content of character and the quality of character.
And now my sister was speaking about the Sorosoke generation, which is evidently our own
generation. Yes.
However, the generation that came before us that had the power to change Nigeria, but the
current ones ruling.
They chose to stay mute and watch their age mates destroy the
country. They got a praise.
Since we have been shouting since, don't sell your votes, do the right thing, get your PBC, vote for Peter Obi, he's the right choice. Some parents are still going to go and collect bribe.
Bag of rice.
Let me read this thing. Let's read this thing to you people here and show you how a Sorosoke generation handled their parents for doing the wrong thing. This person posted their tweets, their WhatsApp conversation with their mother. And he reads, mother says, it's APC party our chairman. Share us bag of rice each. Mama, this is your English.
Mama said that
APC party chairman shared bag of rice for all of them. Now the child responded and said, Mama, with a sad face, please return the rice. The mama said, why? Then the child said, if you don't return it, I won't send you money again. Tomorrow I'm going to send you 200K. Buy 2 bags of rice. Please stop going to APC or PDP for now. The mother said, what is all this? The child said, vote for Peter Obi of Labour Party. If you vote any other party, I will not send you money for 8 years. And the mother said, ha! Make I call you.
Remember last week, I think someone was saying in the comment section that what people don't have conscience. Some people don't have conscience. In this case,
either without sense. You did a bag of rice.
Bag
of rice, Mama.
Mama, why? Mama, how you go talk say?
Mama, why?
You know the experience the hardship with there for Nigeria.
I say no the experience.
You just say if you collect this bag of rice now, the hunger when go hit you for the next 8 years, not gonna be Pro Max. It gonna be suffer Pro Max. We have to do different this time. Don't be what is it because of what they collected. Stomach infrastructure constituents.
Don't be that.
Don't let your stomach be used to sell your rights. You know, to vote is your birthright. It's like when somebody buys your vote, you are selling your birthright. When somebody buys you with food, you are calling yourself a slave in your own land where you were born. Whenever you sell your vote by your stomach, by wetting your palm, taking money. Well, so the director say, Mama, this is what I'm saying.
I will not send you
no money for 8 years.
Mama,
also, I call you.
Mama, also, your mates in Ekiti State, they have also said they're not going to share their vote. So if you will not listen to your child or to the young people like us that tell you truth,
listen to your age group.
Listen to your age
and
group.
This is to all Ekiti State. This is to all the parents that have coconut head, that their children will be telling them to do different. As some of you parents and grandparents that have coconut head, you say because I'm older than you are foolish. Any parent that is taking bag of rice right now, you are a foolish parent. If you are taking money, you are a foolish parent, and
you are buying your vote.
You are selling your descendants into slavery in Nigeria.
Now, listen. This is the first video of what your age mates have to say. We have other 2 videos where we have to contact your age mate too. They will respond to you. Oh yeah, let's play this one.
Don't buy means selling your conscience. You don't want to sell our conscience again.
Fantastic.
We are determined in Ekiti State. No vote buying again.
And I wish you the best, sir.
Ekiti State is a state of possessors. We are highly talent here. So we are not illiterate.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Kolawole Olatunde.
Please listen to Sir Kolawole Olatunde. He said the people of Ekiti State, they are educated professors. No more selling your vote again.
You don't have to be educated. Whether you are educated or you are not educated, it's common sense. Don't sell your vote. Don't sell your birthright. Don't sell your birthright with stomach infrastructure, and they wet your palm with stinking naira when not get value.
For 8 years.
For 8 years.
You give a bag of rice for 8 years.
How many rice when they? Oh my God.
Yeah, Mama. If you don't respect this Professor
Kolawole, all those parents,
and all those parents, if you don't respect Professor Kolawole, at least listen to this 70 years
old man
today.
Don't want another old president. Every month I need the hospital in London. We don't need it anymore. We don't need it. Go and get your BBC. Go and get your BBC, please. 80 years. We don't want another old president. I am 70. Don't vote for me, please.
We're not going to vote for you.
For God's sake, get your BBC.
Get your BBC.
Please. Atiku, 80 years. Tinubu, 80 years. We don't want all the presidents again. Every month. I need the hospital in London. Not for Peter Obi, please.
Listen to your age mate. Get your PVC and vote for Peter.
Remember last week when somebody was saying that how do they talk to their elders now that they are afraid to talk to their elders or whatever they do?
The
elders who are
about
tribalistic and who are religiouslistic. Elders when no get sense, when no one listen to their children, when they tell them the right thing, you go listen to your age mate when they do the right thing.
Another of your age mate that is telling you to do the right thing, please listen to area father himself.
They can be as articulated as they want, but we trust integrity, not words. Nigerians have been through enough tribulations. No more tinibulation. Yes. For us to prosper and be safe, we must not just be obedient, but must have genuine respect for the laws of humanity. Yes, Charlie Boy says so. Go bloody get your PVCC.
All right. I think that's enough for the old people. They should have probably heard what we are saying.
Yes. So
let us see what the people are saying in the comment section. We have just been chatting
and yes, it is by force. You must get your PVC. If you are an adult of a voting age, you must get your. If you don't have your PVC, I don't want to hear you complain in the next years to come that the country is bad. Sellotape your teeth. Sellotape your teeth. So I'm telling you today, as a common sense sister, who is obedient, it is by force. If you are a Nigerian citizen and you are 18 years and above, it is by force for you to get your PVC.
The Besina is saying, elect credible leaders that will lead this nation. Exactly. Egosa is saying, I like this. This gesture demonstrates that prayers cannot elect your leaders of choice. Your votes will and your votes will and your votes can. Exactly. Nem is saying, I don't blame them. The church is overwhelmed with people who need help in Nigeria. So many people suffering, and hardship doesn't exclude any tribe,
common sense,
religion. Miriam is saying, judge people by their fruits, not their tribe, culture, or status. Ayamato is saying, insecurity, poverty, hardship does not know tribe or religion. Very, very true. Hunger, no, they look face. If you like, quote all the scriptures in the Bible. Now, for only Israelites, those two. Let's talk about Bible. There is no Bible written specifically for Nigeria yet. Yes, so okay, that's what everybody has. Okay, people have been commenting with themselves. All right, we need this for all of you to be reading with yourselves.
Yeah, so it's your right. If you don't get your PVC and you are eligible to vote, you are a slave. You are a slave.
You are a slave to the bad government.
You are a slave. Suffer, never tire you.
And as you can see, I see that elderly papa that out there, 70 or 80 years, going around spreading the gospel of good news.
The man with coats now, black coats.
Everybody go and vote for Peter Obi, please. Don't vote for my age mate, please. Become an obedient, please. Get your PVC and vote, please. Don't be like people that are taking bag of rice, telling their conscience. Don't be like
going to UK every time. They're going to be curing themselves.
It's not good. Though.
Advocate for it. It is very important.
It's very, very important. Now,
I think this is something that people don't understand. You think that if you don't get this thing for you to vote, you think that it doesn't concern you because suffer.
And there are people that are making the decisions in the country. So why would you not want to have a say in who is going to be your leader or who is going to be the leader of your grandchildren that they are not up to 18, so they cannot vote now?
Who will be writing your laws
to decide your future?
Who will be representing you everywhere?
Representing you internationally. Say Peter Obi when he becomes my president. That's how my shoulder go reach my head. When I go anywhere in this Canada, I say, do you know who I am? Do you know who my president is? The most educated, the best president on the planet, the people's president. My shoulder go there high because I know say he will be doing the Lord's work.
Someone that believes in the power of continuous learning and continuous research.
Exactly.
And recognizing.
He saves money for the people. Do you know that part of the reason that Peter Obi was even impeached in Anambra before obviously the whole court proceedings and he got his governorship title back was because he was saving a lot of money.
Let them hear it.
Let us play the video of Peter Obi talking about his own impeachment in Anambra State when he was the governor.
To repay the governor's lodge was 481 million. These are the two reasons why I was impeached. The third was saving money without permission. Every state you go today, they have what they call presidential lodge. And they say, we have started building one for almost $500 million. I stopped it. Obasanjo wanted to come to Anambra State. And they said, I went to them and said, listen, tell Mr. President, he can come in the morning and go in the evening. We don't need him to sleep. One, we don't need him to sleep. They said, no. They said, no, he must sleep. He must sleep. I said, okay, let's not worry about it. I called the chief to say, since he cannot stay in a hotel, and he must sleep, come and see where I live. This is where I live. If this place is okay for him, I will give you the key for 1 month. Then I will go. When they said to me, we need it for only 1 week. So I came back and told my dear wife, she's the only one who has property there. I said, bring out your team. The president is going to sleep in this room. We are going to give them the key. Obasanjo came on Thursday, stayed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he left. They gave me back my key. And I spent 500 million, which I would have used to do the lodge. I would have been maintaining it by now. So Anambra State does not have a presidential lodge because the president doesn't live in Anambra State. He lives in Abuja.
So you people have heard from Peter Obi himself on why he was impeached for saving too much money. Saved 500 million naira for Anambra State for not building a presidential lodge. Because why? The president does not live in Anambra. Why should he have a presidential lodge? He put the money into other things for the people.
Let me break it down for people with common sense, because some people, they cannot understand. Now, if you're working in an organization and you are in charge of the finance department, or you're even working under a manager of finance or accounting, and your ideas or your strategies that you brought into your team has helped to save money for your team, cut costs, increase value. Do you think that you will not get recognized?
You should.
And even if you don't get recognized, when you're going to apply, don't you think you feel good about yourself? Don't you think your confidence will be boosted? Don't you also think that even when you're moving to a next job, that's an answer you can give as problem solving, as value you can bring to a new organization? That is the simplified way of how to explain what Peter Obi went through and why he was impeached. If that doesn't make common sense to you,
impeached for saving money, but obviously he went to court and he fought this out and he was giving back his position as governor of Anambra State.
Yes,
not only from Peter Obi's mouth. Last week we talked about a lot of things that Peter Obi did for the state of Anambra with the educational sector, raising them from the 26th position in education in Nigeria to number 1 in Nigeria, being the only state, Anambra State, that did not borrow money during Peter Obi's time as governor. Now, if you're tired of hearing it from Peter Obi's voice, hear what Senator Ben Bruce had to say about Peter Obi's leadership as a governor in Anambra at that time.
Could possibly get out from the oil boom and bust cycle. Anambra is not an oil-producing state and does not have oil in commercial quantity, yet it does not take loans or owe worker salary. According to the United Nations, Anambra has one of the lowest poverty rates in Nigeria at 11.2%, which places her ahead of 33 states. Anambra and other southeastern states lagged in education and had poor boy-child school enrollment. But today, Anambra leads the nation in WASC results. For the past 3 years, Anambra has had over 60% pass rates in the West African Senior School Certificate Examination. They have made the best improvements in education in the whole nation, and the state government even supports private schools financially. But look at these states that thrive by depending solely on federal allocation. They are broke, cannot pay salaries, and are so debt-ridden, banks will not lend them any more money. Worst of all is that these states are performing woefully in education. There is something to be learned from Anambra. Is it their policy? Is it their budgeting practice? Is it their sense of community? Whatever it is working. The federal government and other states should study what Anambra State has been doing right and replicate it nationally. Anambra proves that Nigeria does not need oil to thrive. What Nigeria needs to thrive is education. What is under the ground of this nation is nothing compared to what is between the ears of our people. My name is Ben Murray Bruce, and I just want to make common sense.
Another elder just wants to make common sense. Another elder that just wants to make common sense. You can see how old that video is. Obviously, he was giving the results and proof of the time Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State.
He said Nigeria, the federal government and other states need to learn from Anambra State.
Now,
the man that moved this movement in Anambra is running for presidency. Why will you, as a Nigerian, not want this man to be your president? If you don't want to listen to us, at least listen to Obasanjo. Listen to Baba when he was talking to the youth. You will listen to what Baba had to say to the youth, and you will listen to what Baba also had to say about AA of the Umbrella Party. Please put your ear down.
Some of them they support Umbrella Party.
You people should be listening to this thing. Where this is it. If you finish watching this live show live with us, come back and rewatch it. Like you will see the sequence in what we are talking about. So that
common sense will be flowing sequentially.
Storyline. Oh yeah, let's listen to Baba OBJ.
There are opportunities galore in this country. Yet things are not what they should be. But you as youth, individually and collectively, you must make up your mind. You have contribution to make things what they should be. If you leave things to those who are messing it up for you and who are saying you are leaders of tomorrow, you will never have that tomorrow. Today is your day.
That is Obasanjo to the youth.
Today is your day.
In fact, the message I don't want to even say is only to the youth. So every Nigerian. So that if you leave the country to those that are saying tomorrow is your day, don't leave it to them. Today is your day.
If you are in the abroad and you are investing in Nigeria, you think say no go concern you. You don't even worse pass. Today is your day. Carry out the ladder on your head. Advocate that people should get their PVC. Okay? Those of you that are supporting Umbrella Party, come and hear what his boss had to say.
About
it.
We got a letter from America in June 2006 listing a number of people to be investigated. Atiku was one of them. That letter went straight to EFCC. It was just shown to me because they will not be able to investigate my number 2 without my saying, okay, if we get this letter from America, so be it. And I could not, in good conscience, ask my number 2 to be investigated. But the Americans wrote and asked, among others, that he should be investigated, and that we cannot rule out. So at that time, politically, I needed to carry him along. But I don't know whether he can go to America now. Do you know? I'm asking you, do you know?
I know he travels.
To where? He travels to where? To Dubai?
He travels to where? To Dubai.
We cannot have a president that is banned in another country or being investigated.
You can see how old that video is. Baba was young when he was president. He said he had to make political decision or whatever. So now Baba they realize say when he don't make decision wey go benefit Nigeria at that time to investigate you see the mess.
He's not part of it to take it by the horn.
He's not to take it by the Baba. Come out and talk straight. Say make you come and testify how when you go visit Anambra State, the thing when you see when you
come and testify.
Now that time we go forgive you. Because
forgiveness is for the Lord.
Because when you do not take the right thing for Nigeria, decision decision. You know, that's why some people are going to now be going to the route of articulation. You know, so now you are seeing everything that is unfolding.
It's because our Pa OBJ did not make the right choice. That is why the national grid today is skipping.
You see our national grid
on Democracy Day. Blackouts in the nation Nigeria.
The national grid was down. You see, as the national grid, they jump. Is jumping against tribalism. Is skipping against tribalism.
Are you seeing it?
Against religiosity. You see, as they shake, the country is shaking. The national grid
because of bad leadership, bad egg. And today, we know that the managers of this country, of Nigeria, the present-day managers and past managers, have mismanaged the country. They have finished the country. Now they don't thief. They borrow into the future to thief, loot.
Even thief, the word.
And we
is
are
afraid of them.
We are going to listen to our leader, Peter Obi, on why we must change the managers
of this country.
Nigeria. After that, we will now go to the comment section and read what everybody has been saying so that we can actually engage with the comments, because we have not been reading comments since. But yeah, please listen to Peter Obi.
The last request is most critical. We must change the managers of Nigeria. And somebody asks, how about your life? You ask that question. You know why you ask that question? Nigeria has become a case of where lunatics took over the asylum. And we know what lunatics do when you want to take anything back from them. They create a thing as if there's a war. So you run away. If a madman comes there, you say, hey, everybody say, I don't want to touch this madman. That's what they're doing. We need to take it back. We need to become as mad as they are and take it back. They can manage it. You have a critical problem. The managers of your country, I'm not talking about president or governor, anybody. Fella hit it. The lower people, none of you knows who is in your local government. Every local government in Nigeria receives 100 million naira every month. Go and look for their chairman, they are nowhere to be found. And the same thing goes with your state. You have a situation today where people are owing salary for 7 months and they're celebrating their birthday. How can you say a thing like that? How can you be celebrating when you've ruined people's life? People are dying and you're celebrating and people are watching it on TV. It's a crisis. And the only people that can stop that crisis is you. They can't stop it. Telling people in lunch that when I found it amazing that even people in America are part of the problem. As governor, I come here, you know what people tell me? This man bought this house, this man bought this house. Where are you going to buy your own? Why will I buy a house in America? I don't live in America. I have nothing to do with America. It only cost me $200 to come here and go. Why will I buy a house? Americans should live in America. I'm a Nigerian. I live in Onitsha.
Now let's see what the community have been saying.
Let's read what their community have been saying. Give me 1 second, everybody. A lot of comments here.
A lot of comments.
We don't miss. Let me saying oh, Miriam even said this one. This is not comment plenty. Stop selling your birthright for carbohydrate.
Stop selling your birthright for carbohydrate, aka stop selling your votes.
Mama,
stomach infrastructure.
Mama, that's something for you and your friends. So
no, they focus on that. This now for every person when they sell their votes, whether you are old or young. Once you are selling your vote for stomach infrastructure, you are selling your birthright. Me, I say you have chosen to be a slave.
And let me say, every Nigerian should want their country to be fixed. The health system is a total mess. Talk about the justice system, education, law enforcement, corruption, safety. It's not even guaranteed, even for the wealthy. Oh my yes, Connor, greetings. David don't show bad. I am at there saying they will not vote or they will vote bad leaders and be disturbing God with prayer.
Because say there's no NEPA. Did people see how the power grid was skipping? The power grid was skipping. Even the power grid in Nigeria collapsed on Democracy Day. And democracy is just 23 years old, I mean 24 years old now in Nigeria.
Yes, Yes, so everybody's saying hashtag Peter Obi is better, Peter Obi. Yes, you know, we proved it works. It's scamming of presidency US by voting. If you know, you know. US was yes. So voting works.
Your voting has power, and I know that some people are worried about rigging or how rigging works. We have the answer. We came here with solutions. We came here with solutions. So what are you afraid of? Why do you believe that your vote will not count because you did not go and vote? Or maybe you went and you registered for your PVC, then you did not go and vote. We will show you how they rig election here, so that you will know that when you don't do what you are supposed to do, then your civic responsibility.
Yes, so Shade, more people should be on this live stream.
That's the thing. Very soon we'll share the video. Just click the share button and just share it. That's all you need to do. Just share it. And you know, after all said and done, we'll go put the link. We'll go put the link.
Come in and tell us
and give us your opinion.
Oh yeah, some people have come out to say, "Oh my God, Nigerian celebrities, what are they doing?"
As if celebrities have more citizenship than you.
No. We are going to play a video, a live show that we were also privileged to be part of last week. We were privileged to be part of three live shows from Omoni Oboli's live show to Choma Chukwuka's live show, and I think Ufoma Magdemont also had a live show. But we'll play you this snippet of from Omoni Oboli's live show, talking about people that don't vote and how your votes will count, or what happens, how elections are rigged. So please, everybody, listen attentively. This video is going to go on for 8 minutes and 10 seconds. So be prepared, because every single minute of the video counts. Is important. And after that, we will read out something that an average Nigerian has shown us how the votes are rigged in Nigeria. And how we as Nigerians can ensure that our elections are not rigged, and we're electing the right people into office. So now, everybody, please welcome our Nollywood stars to this platform of common sense. The wives on strike, the great women, Omoni Oboli is at the one at the bottom. Uche Jumbo is under. Choma Chukwuka is above as well. So let's listen to them together.
It has nothing to do with any other country. They're not going to rig the elections if we all get our PVC. Listen, at this point, it's not, I have, Choma has, Ufoma has, one or two people have. No, at this point, it's a mob action. We all have to have our PVCs, and we all have to come and listen. There is a force. We're coming out as a force. If we come out en masse as a force, there can be no rigging. Rigging happens when there is a vacuum, when you don't come out. Guys, playtime is over. Listen, talk to your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your friends, wherever you are. If you're not in Nigeria, talk to the people in Nigeria. Playtime is over. It doesn't matter where you live. Nigeria is still home. Nigeria is still home. Even if you are in Indonesia, wherever you are, Nigeria is still home. You still have a reason to go to Nigeria. You still want to go to Nigeria, even if you're not going right now. You have families here. Not secure. You have families here. Come on. Are you going to bring all of your relatives to where you are? Exactly. It doesn't matter where you are. Are all your relatives there? Are all your friends there? Every single person you love is totally outside Nigeria. Okay, maybe they are. How about the other people that are left? You want to leave everybody to die because you're safe? Guys, it's time for us to tell ourselves the truth. Again, if Sunday did not mess you up, if Sunday did not jolt you, if Sunday did not tell you that enough is truly enough, then you have a problem. You really do. Let's stop all this rubbish. Let's stop all this nonsense. All the bickering, like it doesn't make sense. We're just let's come to the reason why we are where we are is because of this thing that we're doing. It's because we're not united. It's because we're not together. The reason why Nigeria is where it is today
is not
one or two of us are still saying my vote won't count.
Is it not amazing?
Is it not amazing how someone whatever they want? That's what they want you to believe.
Is it not amazing how someone is in the house? It's not thinking about getting her PVC or his PVC. It's like, you know, concern me. My vote won't count. And then you think that, and then you're typing it. Don't you understand? That's the problem. That's the problem.
I don't want to say the things. Tomorrow, that person will say urgent 2K. If you don't get your PVC, okay. Akuku cannot do more than getting my own PVC to vote. But please, let's do what is right. There's so many things that we can avoid if we stand up and make a move. So many things. There's so many deaths that can be avoided. So many people that can
please, nobody should annoy me, please. Hello, I lost 2 parents in Nigeria. Nonsense. Death that could have been avoided. Don't annoy me. Every single election, I'm there morning till night. Nobody should annoy me. Get your PVC. If you're not upset, you are the problem.
Exactly.
Go and get your PVC.
Exactly.
My parents will still be alive today if not that Nigeria happened. Get your PVC. It is time. If we don't get it right this time, forget about it. Then it's over. This is that election that is the make or break.
Yes.
And if you still don't have your PVC, if you don't have any intent, listen, by Monday, everybody in Nigeria should have gotten their PVC by Monday. After what happened on Sunday. Are you guys kidding me? Someone is still on this saying that your vote won't. Are you kidding me?
Because
please.
See, I think that no matter how angry we get as individuals, those who are bent on going left will always go left. Let's focus.
They should go left by themselves.
Go left.
Don't recruit
people. Yeah? Don't recruit people. Don't say because you have decided that, for you, Nigeria is a done deal. It's okay. If it's a done deal, shut up. Don't come on the live to dissuade people. We are here to talk to people who still believe in a country, who still believe that Nigeria can be a country again, who still believe that we can make that change that we desire. So please don't come here to say this, that. It's okay. Say it for you. Call your own family meeting. This is our life. This is our own life. You do your own life. Tell people whatever it is you want to tell them. It's okay. You have your own audience. People listen to you, but don't come to my own and start saying this and this and this and that. Okay? We all have our what do you call it? I'm trying to contain myself, but please let's not use what is not necessary, what is not important to stop what is our focus. Let's focus. Let's not let people that are acting as obstacles dissuade us. Focus. Get your PVC. Get ready to vote. This election, like Omoni said, is that election that will make the change.
It is.
Whether you believe it, it is true. And, before something major happens, there's always something counting to it, something leading up to it. Look at events that have told us that we can come together and make that change. If NSAS didn't tell you that it's possible, I don't know what else will tell you. It is possible for us to make that change. So this thing is this. Nigeria will not be good again. Their vote does not count. They will put their own people there. I don't care what you think, but I believe in my believing that this is that election. So please get your PVC. Well, let's not waste time. People need to go to work tomorrow. People need to, look for food to eat. That happened that probably have
what time?
Okay, guys, thank you so
nice.
much. Let's do this again on our live. I love you so much, girl. Please let's keep the fire burning. Anytime we have free time again, we'll come together and sensitize people. This is something that needs to be, drummed into the eardrums of people. It's like somebody said, Nigerians, we get coconut head. It's okay. We'll continue to knock that coconut. One day it will break. You understand? So this is what we're here for. And I believe that God has given us the platform to be able to tell people, things like this. And I believe we're not leading people astray. I'm not going to say more than this for now. Kachineke Mezio. Uche, you have any last words for my people? Please tell my people to come in now so so that next time when we host it to be a fun show. You people be calming down. Be calming down.
Yes, so that live show was super fun that day. So we encourage people, if you ever have time, you have not following these three beautiful women, please go and do so. So that whenever they're online, you will also be privileged, because that live show was
because
very,
these are the
amazing.
women that they are employers of labor in Nigeria.
If you don't know them, go and watch Wives on Strike and experience
and
three
watch,
of them in their
when
glory.
you watch Love is War, you will understand.
You will understand. Now, this is what an average Nigerian person also had to say about people complaining that my votes not count, so election is just rigged. They rig election. This is what Keegan had to say, and we read. He said, how elections is rigged. Let's say a particular polling unit has 800 registered voters. On election day, 800 ballot papers will be sent to that polling unit because it's expected that 800 people will show up to vote. Now, if on the day of the election, only 150 people come out, Arsenal and 20 come out as Arsenal, so he's using football teams to quantify everything. Only 150 people come out as Arsenal and 20 people for Man United, then 3 people vote for Man City. It means that there will be about 650 ballot papers which are unused. When the rigging starts, one person can sit one place and be thumbprinting the remaining 650 ballot papers in favor of Chelsea FC. And when the results are announced, Chelsea FC will emerge the winner of that particular polling unit. That is how the rigging is done. But imagine if this same polling unit with 800 registered voters have 750 people who come out to vote, and 650 people vote for Arsenal. 7 people vote Man United, and 29 people vote for Man City. When Chelsea wants to rig the election, they will only have 50 ballot paper to work with. And even if the thumbprint of all 50 in favor of Chelsea, the outcome of the election will not be affected. I beg you, in the name of whatever you hold sacred, forget the club. You know what is going. Get your PVC and get ready to come out and vote. So for the naysayers, this video that we shared with from our beautiful stars, Nollywood stars, Harmony Oboli, Chima Chukwuka and Tijombo, is to energize people anywhere that is distracting you, telling you your vote's not coming. No, please silence them. Focus. For the ones that you can share the good news with, to tell them that their votes will count, they just have to be present there at the election. Yes. Day, put their thumbprint and stay there to make sure that their vote is being counted.
Yeah. And you can see, in simple plain English, for those people that don't understand, what Kilgan was explaining there is that, so when, let's say, for example, 800 people decide that, okay, they've gotten their PVC, their permanent voters card, for a particular constituent. Now, INEC will send 800 ballot papers, the sheets, for all those people that have gotten their PVC cards in that constituent. If only 150 PVC card holders of that constituent go there to go and vote, what happens? 800 minus 150. Mathematics, that should be 650, I think. Which means 650 of you decided that, oh, you will leave it. The gods of fun and rigging. So when you get that PVC, it's not to say, oh, now I've gotten my PVC. It shows that I'm not a true Nigerian. No. When you've gotten the PVC, you have to go and vote. There, did it down. Because you finish. And you they stay to make sure, say, your wound, then massage them. Or you make sure they heal them. They
no,
go count them.
Any religious preacher of doom that will say on election day, this will happen. Go there. After what happened, you know, people still went to church Sunday after.
Yes.
You must go and get your PVC and vote to ensure that evil no go happen again. No.
And another thing is that the INEC, let me give you something. Some people always come and say, oh, so the soccer generation, their own is to make noise online. Their own is to make noise online. Yes, we make noise online and on ground. Yes, it's our rights. Now, when in the last week, I think the following this past week that we've been updating every day on our YouTube channel, every day putting out videos, you could see one of our videos that there were times you can see a whole bunch of crowds wanting to get their PVC. And on Twitter, it's been tweeted from Deltas all the way from the South Delta State to all the way to FCT. Some INEC officials have been trying to frustrate some people that want to get PVC. And you started shouting and talking about that they must extend. They have to extending the registration deadline. And I don't blame them because the INEC themselves don't raise a lot of awareness. They do not invest money in advertising and raising for people to be aware that okay, this PVC thing, oh yes, it's out there. Now there's some people that use the website. The INEC website is pretty nice. We're going to show it to you all today, but not everybody is tech savvy in Nigeria. So what are the other mediums, right? So you could see that this enforced the House of Representatives to guide the chambers to talk about the fact that telling INEC that they have to look into extending the registration, the voters' registration. What is that telling you? That your voice counts. Your that because you are speaking truth to power, that your voice doesn't count. Your voice showing on the screen right now is the INEC
website,
Nigeria.org. So your voice counts, and INEC is considering extending the date. But we have till 30th. You can see the number of voters. This is Sunday when I looked at it. Is this saying is it 4 million? I'm seeing
840 million. 040.84.
This is out of 200 million, right? So which means that
84 million.
Which means that we have to. Those of you that are tech savvy and all that, when you're talking to people, there's what they call the INECNigerian.org. It is the INEC website.
With them. You know, February 12th is when we hold our presidential election
next year.
These are the amount of polling units in Nigeria. And go there, and
it tells you how to
clear.
Very, very, very clear. You get to the menu. It also tells you, like, for example, okay, this thing is on for elections and political. It tells you how many political parties are there. It tells you
voters INEC for this website.
Yeah.
The website is good.
There's voters education. It talks about the election, the news, like resources like voters education and all that.
Share all these links with your family members, everybody.
Guide for transfer of your vote, because sometimes where you are right now, let's say for example, people that have gotten their voters card from 2015, 2019 to up until now, and you are not staying, you're not currently living in where you have that voter, where that voters card
you
address.
To vote.
You have the opportunity to change that online, or you go to any INEC office, the INEC office where you had your initial registration, and tell them about the fact that your address has changed, you have moved, and you'll be voting in another place so that it can be transferred. Okay, so there's so many
resources on the INECNigeria.org. We trust that people on this live show will share this video and share these links with people. Everybody needs to go and study and love this website so that you know everything that is going on. They have their apps and everything that you can connect with INEC officials. For people who might not be on Twitter, this is also a safe place where you can go and get your information concerning the Nigerian elections, incoming elections. The presidential election again, for people who can see it, is February 12th.
Next year,
very important to get their PVC so that we can vote in Peter Obi in this coming election.
Yeah, another thing is that one beautiful thing I like about the INEC registration, the online the website is that down to your constituency. So let's say, for example, me, I'm from Delta State, Ughelli North local government. It breaks it down to where my different wards of polling units will be if I decide to go and vote for someone who is there. So it's very, very useful.
Integrate it. If your family members are saying, "Oh, I don't know where my polling unit is," you go and search it.
And help them search it. It's on the INEC database on their website.
This is the address.
It's right there.
Nobody has any excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
And average Nigerian citizens are playing their own part. For example, there was this video of a doctor who had decided to replace his consultation fee for PVC. So if you have your PVC, consultation fee will be free for you at his clinic. Please let us applaud Dr. Kingsley Obiora. We will play his video of him speaking to his patients right away for everybody to watch with us. Oh yeah.
So who amongst you here have your PVC? Who amongst, please raise up your PVC. Raise up your PVC. Come and get it. I want to be sure you say the PVC is not ATM card, and I want to be sure it's not expired. It's current. It's current. It's current. Who again have your PVC here? Please, if you have your PVC, once you come here, don't pay your consultation fee. And if you have paid your consultation fee already, if you have paid it already, take it back. Take it back. We must have our PVC. We must have our PVC. So your PVC henceforth will serve as your consultation fee. You enter for free consultation fee. Thank you very much.
PVC is your power.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this doctor. You see, when we were telling people last week that you have to use whatever opportunity you have to think outside the box. This doctor is thinking outside the box. He's saying that, okay, I know. What can I do to encourage people to get their PVC? If I tell people that they will have free consultation fee if they have their PVC to vote, just show me. Just show me. And that's a lot of sacrifice.
And he's losing money.
He's losing money.
He's losing money.
But he's sacrificing. That's to tell you how important better Nigeria and good governance, possibility of having good governance is to him. Okay?
And now, to the people who might, at some point in time, you might get discouraged. Maybe with the news that is happening in the country, some people are trying to drag or attack Peter Obi because there was a series of those attacks this week.
Yeah, a couple of people were trying to be misleading
their ugly heads
and be talking Bangladesh.
Anytime.
Instead of them to focus on where they are.
Anytime you are in doubt, come and watch this video from this lady on Twitter. We'll also put the link to her Twitter handle in the description.
So that you can follow her.
You can follow her. She does
because
the voice over
some of you like negative news too much. Some of you will be you are allowing fear to paralyze you. You have to shout for fear to leave your head by listening to people that speak to you.
Yes, and to your mind.
Speak to your mind. Sensitize your mind with the possibility that good thing is possible.
It's very possible.
And we have the power to elect a good person. But we need to have the permanent voters card to be able to do that.
If you're right, you have to do it. Now, if you're in fear or in doubt at any point in time, please let us listen to this video from this lady on Twitter.
The biggest fear of the Nigerian system is to see youths organized, move past their differences and coming together to fight a common interest. They will stop at nothing until they see us further divided, further distracted. They will go as far as ruining that common interest that we are fighting for. We saw it happen with NSAS. They tried to sabotage NSAS, and that is the reason they are so triggered, so upset, so furious that youths are coming together to stand and support Peter Obi. I guess NSAS was the catalyst that made all of this possible. Youths are very much aware that they will do all these things and youths are prepared for them. So the more organized we are, the more upset they are. And guess what? The youths, they don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, we're going to get more organized. We're going to get more aware, more sensitized. We will keep pushing for Peter Obi because he's the one we want. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I am my crew and my own fellow youths. Peter Obi is the one that we want for president. So, of course, they are going to do all these stupid, silly tactics just to get us divided, just to get us distracted. That's why at this period and time, you see stupid-ass questions flying. You see stupid-ass takes across all social media. You start to see certain people try to, rain on the Peter Obi parade, try to confuse youths, try to get into the head of Peter Obi supporters simply because they are organized, simply because they are all fighting for a common interest. And now the biggest fear is people are moving past the tribal, ethnic and religious differences to support this man, and this man is not in their favor. They know that if he gets in for presidency, all their shenanigans, all their foul games, it's over. And of course, they would not want their foul games to be over because it's all about the money, isn't it? The more foul games they play, the more money for them. Of course, they wouldn't want to give that up. So, Nigerian youths, stay organized, stay less distracted, and keep fighting for your common interest, which is Peter Obi, because these guys, they will not stop at nothing.
That's the end. I think we've talked for a whole
over
1 hour 30 minutes.
Yes, so that's how much research that we did before coming
that's
into
what has been happening
live
this whole
show.
Week. Congested, trying to congest the most. Everything is important, but these are the ones that we felt like
most important
people need to know about.
Okay? No negative vibes allowed. Yep, PBC. Miriam is saying no negative vibes allowed. PBC. After Peter for president, get your PBC. Don't stop there. Locate your polling center and vote for Mr. Peter Obi. Yeah, that the Nigerian.org website is very detailed, down to your local government, down to the polling unit. It gives you the information of where. So even when some of your family members are kind of confused, it has the address of all those places. You can help them. Those of you that are educated or tech savvy, you can help them. You can really help them.
We've also put out the link for anybody who cares to join us.
Tell us how you think, if you think that tribalism and religiosity has a hold on Nigerian politics
and everything
and all that.
Yes,
and we know that not everybody is Peter Obi supporter. That's fine. If you are not Peter Obi supporter, don't be afraid to click the link and call him. But you can only talk about your party by the symbols.
Yeah.
If you are for umbrella or you are for broom party, those are the words.
Don't call the names of the party and don't call the names of their flag bearers.
Yeah.
If you are for umbrella is AA. If you are for broom,
they go know they represent them now.
So don't call the name. The only person's name and party name I'm mentioning on this channel is Peter Obi and Labour Party.
Maka, the algorithm is what we want our algorithm to focus on.
Yes. Any other name is.
We don't want any other name calling here for our algorithm to be shaking like the Nigerian power grid
people are waiting to call into the show. Let us play a rally from one of the events that community people held in honor of Peter Obi. Whilst I think they were waiting for their PVC.
So after the rally, we'll add
Adewale and everybody else who is here present behind the stage. Okay.
Of the Labour Party, Dr. Alex Obi, who is here represented by Princess of Isialangwa. I recognize you, Princess. The senatorial candidate of our party and the member representing
Obi kerenke Obi puta Obi kerenke Obi. Hey!
Adewale abeg.
Stella Lotan.
Oh,
my eyes have seen,
my ears have heard.
Oh my God,
we testify.
Thank you,
Stella Lotan.
Oh my God,
thank you so much with this heavy sum of money.
$50. Jesus, thank you.
50. What did this make at the Siam? Because everybody salute Stella, please. Lotan. At Stella Lotan. Thank you so much.
She's what you call biggie.
Heavy. Stella Lotan has shown that we rise by lifting others. Stella, Ogadimma is going to be well with you.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you for
so
this
much.
heavy. I mean, they like us the show for the screen.
People are dancing. We see our boy here, Mary. Everybody dancing to
Stella. Wherever you be, shall be well. As you donate for this platform. Stella. Stella say, Nigerians vote. It works. Thanks for Ogadimma, it is well with you. Thank you.
We go just leave the comment, make it pin the coup for
Adewale, are you ready?
Adewale in the building.
Yes, can you guys hear me clearly?
Of course we can.
Adewale, we missed you.
Okay. I miss you guys too. I'm sorry. I've been busy with my graduation project. So.
Congratulations.
I just started. It's a 6 months project. So. No, like I'm still doing my graduation project, like my master's thesis.
I remember.
It's a 6 months project. So.
How is that going so far?
It's going okay. Not so well initially, but it's part of research.
Yeah,
research doesn't really go well at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's what makes it interesting. So but I'm progressing.
Yes,
which is good.
Yeah.
So I like today's topic because it's something I'm really, really passionate about. When it comes to topics about relationship, I'm not really experienced in that area. So I really like today's discussion. So I've always said this thing, I'm in a country where if you need to get their citizenship, you'd have to renounce your Nigerian citizenship. So I was in the midst of my Nigerian friends, and then they were like, I told them about this thing I just discovered, that I'll have to, drop my Nigerian passport for a Dutch one. And they were all like, I'm gonna do it. Like there's not Nigeria's offered me nothing. I was like, no. Nigeria is my father's land. I can't, with all the trouble I've gone through to get that passport, I can't just drop it. It's like that's just how passionate I am, like when it comes to Nigeria, because I believe that if any black nation in the world is going to be a world power, the country that has the potential and the chance to do that is Nigeria. For any other black country in Africa to be successful, it has to start from Nigeria. Because, like I always say this, Nigeria is the United States of Africa. That's like that like the location where it is, the amount of resources it has, and more importantly, the people it has. No other country, no other black nation in the world has that. Nigeria is really, really blessed. But for a country that is so blessed, we have very, very, very bad managers. They are misusing our resources, they're squandering the money, and the people have been they've been stripped of their human rights, such that they don't even know the power they hold. They don't know the power they have. That power is your vote. There's a way people would turn out. Like if you watch like the American news, like I do, you'd always hear when it's very close to the American election, they always track something called voters turnout.
Yes.
Because that turnout affects the election a lot. Like there's a way voters would come out. Like you can't read the election. Like there's a way people would come out. Like you can't read, like even your conscience wouldn't allow. You can't even try it.
It's a movement.
Like it's a movement. Like it's going to be organic. It's going to be like you can't even try it. It's not possible. And that is what Nigerians need to do. We need to come out. Like like when you showed me the picture, like that first picture you showed, I saw like Atiku and Tinubu. I was like, man, this guy is
Adewale. Anybody but you.
You saw
even if like I'm just saying, even if those guys,
no,
even if those guys have
about them, but don't call their names. You have to use their acronym.
Okay, even if the broom and party, even if there's one good leader amongst them, that person can't go nowhere because the foundation of these two parties are flawed. Like they don't have any good intentions for the country. They don't. They're only invested in their own selfish interest. That's all. So we need someone new. We need someone with a track record. And the only person I have seen so far, I've not really been on his leadership, but from what I've heard on social media and from the speeches he has given, he shows that he's someone that knows what to do to make Nigeria work.
That's Peter Obi.
He's not like every other leader who would come out and say, okay, hey, I would do this, I would construct this road, I'll create 24-hour power supply. This very, very vague thing that always
go and verify.
I thought people said vote for me. He just said, look at my past records, go and verify.
That's it. That's what people should vote on. He's saying that this is my past record and this is what Nigeria needs. He's not saying this is what I want to do for Nigeria.
No.
He's not saying Emilio Con, like the Bro Party guy is saying. He's not saying this is right. He's not saying that. He's not saying it's my turn. He's saying that this is what Nigeria needs. This is what we should do. Go out and get your PVC and vote. Like I always say this thing, the least you can do for Nigeria, the bare minimum, is to get your PVC and vote. That's all. That's all. Just do that part of it. Just do that part. That's your part. Just do it. Whatever is going to happen, that's out of your control. What is in your control is getting your PVC and vote. That's the least you can do. It's not gonna take you. It's not gonna take anything away from you. It's not gonna hurt you or anything. That's just the least you can do. Because, man, I always wake up every morning and I think of the day that Nigeria would become what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I would go on like these job vacancy positions, and they would say they're looking for maybe a graphic designer. You would see thousands of very, very good graphic designers applying for the same job. It shows you that the greatest power Nigeria has, it's its people and that population. It's not the oil we have. It's not the natural resources. Those things it's not, those things are what do you call it? They're add-ons, they're extra things. Do you know the developed countries in the world, they're looking for the kind of population Nigeria has. Because the developed countries and brain, that's what I'm saying. Like with Nigeria's population, there's going to be a lot of intelligent people per capita. That's how it works. Exactly. Because that's actually what makes America the great country it is. That's what makes it the great country it is.
That's why we're able to use this platform now.
Exactly.
If anybody knows how YouTube came about, the people that found YouTube, the name YouTube wasn't its name YouTube. It was named something else. It was two young guys. They were in California.
Yeah, two young guys.
To live in a Jackson show. That's how come they decided to create this
platform that we're using today.
Of course.
And there's so many young Nigerians, ambitious,
brilliant. And what this old leaders and politicians they do, I've always said it, like the way the white people conquered Africa, it's the same way these politicians are doing. They divide and conquer. And it's very easy to divide and conquer people when they are divided across religious and tribal lines. And the beautiful thing about NSAS was we completely erased those lines. We all knew that we are all Nigerians. What we wanted, what our enemy was SARS. It wasn't this Igbo guy. It wasn't this house. I mean, Nigeria is like far gone to even be tribal right now, because you have houses marrying Igbos, Yoruba marrying. Like I was born in Lagos. You meet people from different tribes married, speaking Pidgin, speaking Yoruba. You wouldn't even, like sometimes you meet this Igbo man speaking Yoruba. You think this guy is actually a traditional Yoruba guy, but he's an Igbo guy. His name is Chukwuemeka. That's what Nigeria.
We're not Igbos, we're not Yorubas, but we can understand.
Basically Nigerians.
That's why we're able to
Exactly. We even created our own language out of the language we borrowed, which is Pidgin English. We created our own. Like I've always said, people would ask me what's the official language of Nigeria. I always say it's not English. It's actually Pidgin English, because a lot of more people know that language more than English. But exactly. So like Nigeria is already too connected to be divided already. So all this, he's Christian, he's Igbo, he's Hausa, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the funny thing is these politicians, they don't care about their tribe. They don't care about their religion. They wine and dine as long as there's political power and money.
They are power drunk.
Exactly. They wine and dine. They visit each other. They go. You'd see what's that guy? KKF. I want to call it KK. I don't want to call it his real abbreviation because that's what Mr. Macaroni calls him. KKF. You'd see he's traveling across the country. Churchill. Exactly. He travels across the country, going to the north, the south. What do you think he's doing? He's going to meet the politicians there. When he gets there, these politicians will say, "Oh no, this Churchill, you're a Yoruba man. Me, I'm a Hausa man. We're not supposed to be whining." No, they don't do that. They sit on the same table and discuss how they're going to divide the what do you call it? The national cake of the country. That's what they do. They don't care about the religion or tribe. It's we, the masses, especially the poor people. We divide ourselves and say, "Oh, this one is Christian. This one is Hausa. No, you're not supposed to be with me. No, you're not supposed to be." That's what they do. That's what. And what NSAS showed us is like, if we clear those lines and come together as a people, get your PVC and vote. These people can't take what is not theirs. Our population is 200 million people. They're how many? And the funny thing is, there's very few. There are very few old men ruling a very, very young country. Because more than 70% of more than 70% of Nigerians are below 40.
And they don't respect Nigeria because they're also older than Nigeria. Most of them, they are older than Nigeria. Nigeria independence,
of course.
Nigeria as a republic, older than Nigeria.
Very old.
But the old people don't respect the young people. So how will an old person respect the country that they are older than?
And even the person that ruled us that was young at the time, GEJ, at the time, he had to have a godfather. Peter Obi doesn't have godfather.
Course.
Peter Obi does not have godfather, so nobody.
That's why he had to leave the umbrella party, because he realized he had to pay thousands of dollars.
Was covering his greatness.
Now you went
of course.
The laborers, the people that are ready to
manpower, humanity, human beings, Nigerians that are ready to work. He came out under that umbrella of doom.
Of course.
And everybody was saying that anywhere Peter they go, now there they go.
We are going there.
Of course, we're going there. Like, I mean, I didn't expect like people to be as supportive of him as it is now, because I mean I've just always known, like, when I listen to the guy talk, he makes a lot of sense. But when I see the party he joined, I was like, the highest you could be in this party is a VP. You're just gonna be another Osibanjo that speaks good English, and his diction he's so good, but he has no power. He's just a figurehead. That's what Peter Obi have ended up being. But now he has left. I want this movement to be as organic as NSAS, because people are going to come out and say, "Oh, they're not structured. Labour Party don't have this building." Those things are just distractions. Actually, the movement should be very organic, such that they don't know, "Oh, this is the structure, this is the leader, this one, that one." Because
it's every day talking about how the movement is.
Like, I want you to progress like this. I don't want the movement to fall into the hands of people asking for structure and leaders. Because during the NSAS movement, I remember they were asking, "Oh, who is your leader? Who is this?" Because they wanted someone they could attack and bribe. So like just what I want everyone on this live to just do is tell anyone you know, broadcast it on WhatsApp, your social media, get your PVC and vote Peter Obi. That's the least you can do for the country. That's the least you can do. There's no place like Nigeria. Nigeria would always be your country, whether you're in the US, you're Canada, anywhere you are. There's no place like Nigeria. It's like whether sometimes I'm
migrated or your parents
Nigeria would always be your home. Like, whenever you're with Nigerians, you know that, yes, these are your people. You feel relaxed. There's this certain kind of joy I feel when I'm around Nigerians. I don't know about anyone else. I just feel like
yesterday was Davido's concert here, right?
In
Toronto.
I heard.
It was powerful. It was held in a place called History, downtown Toronto. There's this thing, like, There's something about Nigerians
And good energy.
and good energy. When there's how we like to gyrate, how we like to hype, how we like to also recognize that there are other Africans there, but all of us who can enjoy ourselves. When Nigeria is doing well, the rest of the African countries and the leaders, they will sit up. They will do well.
That's very true.
Nigerians, when it's like you have fish, if the head is bad, the rest of the body is bad. Because even when they are good people, they can't break out because the head will always want the rotting head will always want to suppress them. And that's why we keep telling people that this Peter thing we're advocating for is a movement. And it's not really
a movement.
Campaign. Campaign is somebody. People are testifying now. When it says go and verify, public record on YouTube, people are saying people want to be part of that verification. They will say I'm part of the verified.
Hashtag my Peter Obi experience.
Peter Obi happened to me. This is how it happened to me. And one thing we've noticed that man is one and the same everywhere. Now, I remember this past week, some people will come and talk that, oh, they're political analysts, you want to predict. But there's nothing to predict. It's easy to predict things in Nigeria. When someone says I want to predict doom is very easy to predict in Nigeria. Very easy to predict that it's going to be successful. It's very easy because there's no statistics for foolishness and uselessness because it's seen everywhere.
And doom is not predictable in Nigeria because it's bound to happen. Like if things are not set in place, it's just gonna happen.
And we're also telling people that last week, so many people we know that some people, one thing that the culture does is silences young people. So even people that are married, that they want to talk to their parents about the importance of dropping these tribal lines and these religious lines and focus on the content of character or the importance of having this PVC. Some people are afraid to talk to their parents. Some people are afraid to talk to their uncles, to talk to their aunties, or if their uncles are aunties, they are yarning nonsense. They are afraid to challenge them intellectually and respectfully and stand on their ground. Why are you afraid? Suffer never tire you. Your own is to tell them the truth. Whether they believe or they don't believe, it's their business. And how you will know that the truth is tormenting them? Anywhere they go and stay in the midst of their friends, they will be saying, that is not, can you imagine my son was talking to me about this Obi man? Can you imagine he was talking to me about the great previous year? Because you have sown the thought of consciousness and told them about their civic responsibility, which they did not teach you. They come to you the religious route, tell them your religion does not have any effect on the naira or on the poverty.
No.
But your vote.
No. Like I always make references to America. When the founding fathers of America started when they wanted to establish America, they had to come together and write the Constitution. And before they did that, they studied history, right? The Roman Empire, how it fell, every other history. And they realized one thing, that the church had to be separated from the state. What that means is that religion has to be separated from governance. The reason is because governance should be based on laws that are universal to everyone. But in religion, there's belief, and everyone's belief and moral set is different. There are things that are common to every religion, but there are still certain things that are different. Like the way religion, for example, some religions view interest in a bank, the way they view health insurance, the way they view different things are different. So you cannot use that to rule a bunch of people that are different, that have different tribes, different religious beliefs, because then you're going to start having contradictions. But when you're ruling based on one common law, under governance, when that's separated, then the country can move forward. Even the religious groups can thrive. Can thrive. Because right now, I can say Nigerians are religious, but they're not godly because the country is hard. So whenever there's hardship, morals go out the window because everyone is trying to survive. Basically, that is why the church and the religious, it's not even church, the religious setting in Nigeria is kind of like a business venture where the politicians feed off the religious leaders and the religious leaders feed off the politicians, right? Because the politicians need to talk to the religious leaders so that they can get their members to vote for them. And the religious leaders also need the politicians to keep doing what they do so that the only hope the people have is religion.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a what do you call it?
A vicious cycle. Yeah,
it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. That is why the beggy I don't want to call his name, the beggy priest in Enugu. He's saying that Peter Obi is a stingy guy.
Backwards.
Exactly. I've heard so many things about that guy. Previously, he and I don't, he didn't just endorse. He said that that's what God wanted for Nigeria. He endorsed Boo Boo the last time.
Yeah,
PMB. He endorsed Boo Boo the last time. Now he's saying Peter, because of course he would see Peter Obi as stingy because Peter Obi is trying to of course, because Peter Obi is trying to cut that loop, that thing that's connecting the religious leaders with the political leaders. He's cutting it.
Yes.
Because what connects them is money, basically. That's what connects them. So we need to see beyond these religious and ethnic lines to make Nigeria move forward. Because once Nigeria is great, it will get to a point where our tribe would just be a thing of what do you call it? It would just be a ceremonial thing. Exactly, accessory. It's just going to be a ceremonial thing.
To showcase our
exactly our diversity. Our diversity. It's not going to be a thing. It's not going to be our sole identity anymore.
Yeah.
It's just going to be something like an accessory that we just use as bragging rights. That yes, this is how diverse our country is. And Nigeria is like when we talk about diversity, like when you're abroad and people say diversity, people think of it in terms of race alone. But Nigeria is so diverse in terms of
we have over
tribe, so many tribes, and this is meant to be a strength. It means that there are so many different ways of thinking in one single country, and when there's so many, like when there are various opinions, this thing actually encourages innovation.
Yes,
that is why the Nigerian people are one of the most innovative people in the world. Like, even when people talk about cryptocurrency, these big CEOs, when they talk about cryptocurrency, they cannot do without talking about Nigeria, because Nigeria was one of the only countries where the potential of cryptocurrency could actually be seen as something of the future, because the Nigerian youth were using cryptocurrency in such a way that the world has never seen. It was so organic because in Nigeria, we have different people with different mindset, like different way of thinking. It makes
creative strength.
Creative strength. Like what I'm saying. Like when I think of Nigeria is that it's that blessed country that is being hidden under the rock. It's not allowed to, grow. And these so-called old guys are just, man, it's just painful sometimes. And the only way to relieve that pain is getting your PVC and voting Peter Obi, because right now he's the only right person for us at this moment. Forget any other person that's coming out. There are going to be different people coming out and being like forms of distraction. It happens. That's what politics is. It's basic politics. When they see that one guy is his numbers are increasing, they're going to start bringing out people to say bad things about them. They're going to start side people saying this and that. But we just need to focus on the goal. Get your PVC and vote this guy. That's the least you can do. We don't like saying that voting doesn't work. Just like vote first. When you vote first, then we'll know if it works or not. You can't see something doesn't work if you haven't tried it.
We have been able to prove that wrong. That voting doesn't work. At least you probably have been listening to the live show. You see how we
I know, but I'm just saying, if people are still in doubt, just vote first. You can't.
Exactly.
Nothing. You have nothing to lose. That's what I'm saying. You have nothing to lose. Try it first and then see if it doesn't work. You can't say something doesn't work if you haven't tried it. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to voting, you have to vote. There's a way the voters turnout would be that they can't rig the election. It's not going to be possible. So, man, I really, really hope that guy becomes our next president, because, to be honest with you, I'm like, sometimes it's when I think about Nigeria, it's like it's a bittersweet situation for me, because I really want this country to become something, but then the news I'm getting is kind of decreasing that hope I have. But I don't want to let it go, because I know the potential Nigeria has.
Yeah.
So everyone on this live.
Don't let
No,
that,
I'm
let that even in the
I'm
spirit
not.
of saying people to vote for Peter Obi, we also want to share a video just before we go on of how the process is going to look like, because on the election day, Peter Obi's face or name is not what's going to be on the ballot box. It's going to be the Labour Party. So as much as we're also promoting Peter Obi and all that stuff, it's also good for people to know what the Labour Party logo looks like. It's like a family logo.
Yeah.
Let's first of all put a picture of what the Labour Party logo looks like. You see here. So you see here
on the left side.
On the right side. On the right side here, you see forward ever, and there are 3 human beings. Labour Party logo is the only logo that has 3 human beings.
That looks like humanity.
And it has forward ever on it.
And you can see the circle that is the background with the different parts. That's to tell you that system, father, mother, and children working together to move the country
together
forward. The logo says is very, very powerful.
And we also know that people also like videos, and we want to thank people on Twitter too for preparing this video, which I'm going to share with you also there. And you can also share that with your family members. Share what the Labour Party logo looks like. So in as much as you're sharing the goodness and goodwill of Peter Obi, people are also aware and know what the Labour Party looks like. So that on the Labour Party logo looks like. So on election day, when they are going to vote, they know that they are voting for the Labour Party that has
the one that has family on it.
And in the video. So everybody, let's watch this 58 seconds video together, and then we'll come back to our discussion with Adewale.
Taking the country from consumption to production. And that is the Labour Party, which is synonymous with the people, workers, development, production.
Bully and
we want to especially thank
Kanka Bully, and then Zion Cast, I believe,
on Twitter.
Kenny
Ozi, thank you very much for this,
beautiful illustration. We're going to share a
it.
video of it later on, so that people can easily share it on their WhatsApp with their family members. It's very, very creative. Just exactly like what Adewale was saying.
Youth coming together and creating
very creative.
And all the links and everything that we've used today for all the videos and all the information we've shared, it will be in the description box, so that whenever you watch a video or you want to reference and make reference, you come and click on it, you follow those people's pages, and then you also share information and more videos about that.
Yeah, and choosing to remain focused and optimistic is important. That's why you cannot keep quiet. When you believe in positive change, you have to speak. Whether you are looking at things online or anything. I mean, this past week, they've been coming for Common Sense Sisters. They comment anywhere and everywhere. People will be coming under the comment section and be thinking that they are dragging. You are not.
We'll post it for people to
we'll post it separately. Like at the end of today or something, we'll post it separate so that people can download it and spread it on WhatsApp. It's just a couple of seconds and it's very, very good.
But we're uploading videos every day.
This particular one, after the live show, we're going to upload it so that people can share it everywhere. We'll label it there. As I was saying, when you are striving for the best and you're speaking for truth, sometimes it will be as if you are alone and people are attacking you. No, it's their conscience that they are attacking. It's their conscience they are coming from. Not you. Not be if we say common sense that they comment on Twitter, they comment on Instagram, say you they ask common sense that. I'm talking about it, Ella, because we have to encourage people. Okay. There are some people that are genuinely afraid of being trolled. That's like that. There are some people that, even if they know they will not ever be trolled, though, they are afraid of going to Twitter. That's why we bring some of the information here. You know, just some people that, you know, they feel like they are telling the truth. They are afraid to go into some comments or whatever where they go back and forth and all those things. The thing we say, anybody will know the common sense sisters, both in person and virtually. Whether they talk online, virtually, with our full chest and head. You meet me in person, I hear we tell I am saying it to you. It is my opinion, and I am sticking to it.
We call our high school.
Let me give that. Yes, my former vice principal who suspended me in secondary school. Yes, I was suspended when I was in SS1 in secondary school. That's the thing. Oh, Toyos, it's not today. I spoke to my beloved ex-vice principal from my secondary school. I said, sister, do you have your PDC? She said, yes, now, yo, baby. Yo, baby, I have my PDC. My community have their PDC. PDC is something that you should always have. It should be part of you, baby. Baby, this should be part of you. I said, I love you. Now, that is to tell you that people where we say we comment, when you comment good thing, people come and be dragging. And if you are obedient, there are different characteristics of obedience. There's
people
obedience
who follow Peter Obi, we are called obedience.
Obedience. There are obedience that their calling is to drag you intellectually by giving you verification results to see if they can neutralize your ignorance, so that you can debate intellectually.
That's the verified obedience.
Those are the verification obedience.
There's the valueless obedience. Meaning that if you attack Peter Obi or the movement,
they will come
we
for
go
you.
come for you.
If
I'm
you want,
a member of all the obedience.
If you say you want to be a link to the saga, if you say you want to be a link to the saga, or you want to sow and worry, you want to gaslight the movement, because your calling in life is to be evil and be gaslighting evil.
Or you're being backroad by backs and AA.
Be ready, oh. Be ready.
Don't dish the food that you cannot eat, so you go chop by force.
We gonna shook bone of intellectual grab in the disguise of focused verification result to unscrutinize your brain. Make you know say this movement is a movement of progress. They know they tell person. So far, don't do you. Many of you are here that Nigeria has happened to you.
Or your family members.
If it happened to your family member, it happened to you now. Some of your family members have been kidnapped. Some they have fired them for no reason. Some healthcare because they went there, they could not afford, they denied them. Some because they were victims of accidents, they refused to treat them.
Even some people that live in diaspora, because they visited Nigeria for 30 December, they did not return.
They did not return. Or some of you that have relocated. I was telling my sister, I was reading from the this day newspaper this past week, where a man that returned from the UK, Nigerian man in his 50s, he returned back in 2016. He most part of his life was spent in the UK with his wife and his children. So he returned back with one of his children, his daughter. And he had I think within 2 years, he was able to get himself together and start living back, and was thinking about bringing back his other children and the wife back. And unfortunately for this man, he went to, was it Surulere or something, to go and visit one of his relatives who wasn't feeling well. And he was supposed to come back that night, unbeknownst to the beloved daughter, that the man was kidnapped. And that's how this nonsense, as at 2016, unscrupulous kidnappers, they were playing mind games with his beloved daughter. Cut the long story short, they packed this man. They chopped his body into pieces and put it inside sockaway pits for it to decay. Police did not do anything when they were supposed to do something until the girl took the matter to the DSS. She was terrified, and within a couple of weeks, they found out the culprit. And what I'm saying that it's not that they are passing judgment. They sentenced the hooligans right now. Is it bad that that man who believes in Nigeria returned back home in his 50s, created opportunity for a job for him to earn for himself and thinking about bringing his family back home? Is it wrong what he did? But Nigeria happened to him. and happen to his daughter, happen to the rest of his children and his beloved wife. Things are happening. So if you're in the diaspora, it is your responsibility if you're unable to go back home to vote, to share this information and tell your family members, and friends and your enemies. No PVC, no remittance. Don't come here and tell me about your problems. I have friends that are in Nigeria that tell me that, there are restaurants. When people buy food, they finish eating and we bring their bill. We ask them, do you have your PVC? When they show us their PVC, we put discounts for them. That is on our own part. I call that today Citizenship Awareness Initiative. Now, me call up with that phrase. CAI. Wherever you are in the world, as long as you are in Nigeria, don't be focusing on your unbelief. Focus. Share good things. Come back to the Common Sense Sisters YouTube channel. Come back every week. We are updating you people. We are updating you people every week.
We're trying to do it every day. Different groups every week. To nullify any, to ask someone tribalism. Hausa people don't sing their own. Igbo people don't sing their own. Yoruba people don't sing their own.
Everybody is singing.
We be putting it here because we have to believe. Let your believe in the belief that you are believing in.
You know that we don't joke with some good ancestors. Some good ancestors that have served in public office, like our beloved Professor Dora Nkem Akoyili, aka Ugobe. Ugobe has told us that if we want change, it is possible. We put that in every of our video. We have to be determined to swim against the tide because there will be tides, according to Professor Dora. There will be tides. There may be physical attack, there may be verbal attack, but we must remain focused on change. That is a woman that chose to make an impactful change in which all of us Nigerians, Nigeria in the world is benefiting from NAFDAC. Because when you go to African store, check your cabin biscuit, there's NAFDAC number. Any product you are buying from Nigeria, there is NAFDAC number because one woman chose change. Chose positive change, even when her life was in danger, even when the life of her family members were in danger. So what's your excuse? What's your excuse today? What is your excuse? What are you afraid of? You should be afraid of poverty continuing as usual.
And pain.
And
insecurity.
You should be afraid. You should be afraid of the fact that to make this thing umbrella and broom, to keep sweeping you, and they will sweep you with broom.
Sweep away the destiny of Nigeria. They cover the destiny of Nigeria. No, we cannot labor in vain. We have to vote Peter Obi of the Labour Party.
We have to. We know some of you don't have conscience because your conscience can be bought by stomach infrastructure and so on and so forth. Yes, what this lady is saying is very, very true. No PVC, no urgent 2K.
That's all.
No urgent 2K. In fact, stop all giveaways because you are enabling corruption.
Yes.
When you are doing giveaway, you are in this economy. You never just say a liter of diesel. It's 1,500 naira now. If you are doing all that 2K giveaway, you are promoting corruption.
to 600 and something naira be 1 pound.
If we allow that to continue, it could be $1 to 1,000 naira.
You will be Nigerians abroad. People have now become the hospital of your people back home, the counselor. Insurance, the insurance. Oh, they have not paid me my pension. You are sending money. Oh, the person here, mama swallow needle. You are sending money instead of taking out also. You are sending money for this and that. Yeah. Your PVC is your privilege. As they did not give Nigerians abroad our right to vote. They deny us that right. This is something that we can do to help aid that movement, to spread that awareness.
Adewale.
Yes, I'm there.
Do you have things to add to it? Because you've spoken a lot and so excellently well, and thank you so much. Because even the questions I wanted to ask you, you're already answering them with some of your explanation, and we learned a lot from you today. We learned a lot from you.
So, like I said, well, I really wanted to vote, but I'm abroad, so I can't. Well, I don't know why that's the case. We should be allowed to vote abroad, but that still doesn't. Yeah, of course they would. They're a bunch of what do they call it? Umbrella and broom party leaders. Anyways, we're still coming for them. That's the next step. But we need to get that figurehead first. Because if you can get that one, they would come for them. So just like the least you can do is just get that PVC and vote. Like that's the least. And if you're abroad and you can't do it, share the message. Anyone who's going to, because any diaspora in Nigeria knows that every month or at least every 2 months, there's always one strange friend contacting you from Nigeria asking you for things. It just happens. You ask the person, do you have your PVC? Of course, they always just ask them, do you have your PVC yet? If they don't, you tell them, before I can answer any question of yours or before I can give you whatever you're asking me, go get your PVC. Spread the news on your social media account.
They must show you.
They must show you proof as well. They must call you. They must call you and show it to you. They must scan in and send it to you. Make sure their names are correct. Their things are correct before you do anything. And also on social media, spread the word. Don't be afraid. They're definitely going to be trolls and distractors. And like one Nigerian celebrity said, I forgot the lady's name. She says, comments no they keep person. They're just comments. They're just keyboard warriors. They don't know you physically. They don't know where you live. They don't know anything about you. They don't know your family. The worst they can do is write a bunch of words. I've seen a lot of them on Twitter. And I get why Nigerians are afraid of Twitter. Personally, I am not. Because that's where that's where the real thing happens.
I love it.
Because on Facebook is just for the bunch of older generation people. Everyone is always very, very, old there. That I know that sounds weird, but and then Instagram is sort of.
It's true now. I don't even know how. I will need the old generation to teach me how to use Facebook.
Yeah, and Instagram is like everyone on Instagram is sort of nice and hey, nice people. But on Twitter,
you have to hear.
But on Twitter, people are real. If you come here and write your chat nonsense, they're going to ratio you immediately on the spot. So on Twitter, there've been a bunch of all these distractors. I don't want to mention their names. They're saying a bunch of nonsense thing. Even that AAC guy, AAC guy who said that he was allocated 38,000 votes. He came out. Yeah, he came out and he just chatted nonsense. I'm like, well, you didn't surprise me because I've always known this is who you are.
Yeah.
You're not really someone who wanted to fight for the people. We're just upset that you're not part of the the political table where the national cakes were being shared, and you were really angry about that, and then you went under the whole fighting for the people and everything. So exactly. So now he's looking for structure. Anyways, he's beside the point. So just spread the word. One person talks to one person, another person talks to another person. It's going to be like a pyramid. It trickles down. It trickles down. Just keep doing it. Post, and post. Do it. That's the least we can do. I know you don't really know how powerful that is, but trust me, it's reaching the minds of people. It's changing their concept. I have always believed that the average Nigerian is not as bad as people make it seem. No. We're not the scammers. The average Nigerian is not the scammer the world thinks we are. The average Nigerian is not the thief the world thinks we are. The average Nigerian is not as tribalistic as people think we are. The average Nigerian is not unwelcoming as people think we are. When you meet average Nigerians, they don't really care where you're from, what your tribe, what your religion is. As long as you need help, they help you. They're very positive people. We're very communal. But the fact that the country is as bad as it is now because of these very, very bad leaders, it's made the people who can't really, survive the hardship to start doing bad things. It's bound to happen. It's just the nature of the world. When there's chaos, there tend to be bad people everywhere. But that shouldn't stop you from believing in the country. Because like I said,
thank you so
Nigeria is so blessed. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, Adewale. Thank you so much, Adewale. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, we see you. But before we get to you, I wanted to read something. Nem Unzo was saying that my uncle is also giving discounts to all his tenants in Nigeria if they show PVC. And I suggested to him that they are showing them that they show the PVC, going to show the PVC to him. Like seriously, it is serious. So PVC is not just enough. You have to actually vote, that they are going to actually what? Vote. Yeah.
And then also, another what people know that whenever I want to give you encouragement, we always have backup, and we'll be shouting, Your Excellency. If you are in doubt about positive things happening in Nigeria, just go on Netflix and watch this movie, Your Excellency.
Yeah, when you
will enjoy it.
Yeah, this movie, you have to watch it. If you are afraid of what the possibility of having a good leader is like, this is family-oriented movie. It's comic drama, but it's a lot of common sense and hope. Go on Netflix and watch it.
And finally, before we have our beautiful Moye speak, we have gotten jingles from the eastern part of Nigeria for Peter Obi's movement. So we'll just play these 1 minute and 4 seconds jingles, and then we'll come back to Moye. Also, the link is in the comment section for anyone who wants to join in the live show today. Oh yeah, make they watch and listen to this one.
Madonna kweba unu no kwade I kale bele bela adira tuvo election onye obuna di obedient passing na distinct na ibolo katinti fata like katinti makaya dire enye shishi asipa welu nwa ya le ga ibo maka olu obodo aibo dozo obodo mwa bo onye obodo okwa ka ekebe dollar ngwa buluni aka sambodo ibele kempota Peter okuta pota Egypt ko jelo mmụta ndị lenta unu ncha niile bụ ncha nkọta Nnamdi nwanne anyị emesịa n'ọya tapụta onye ọbụla gbada anya ịzọta na ịzọbụ tempụta anyị ada eme traiba ịba ọsam igbo yoruba onye ọbụla dị mkpa ka Nigerian youth wino sabotu asiftuo ọbụ na-ebubago ma nke ma chikwado ife anyị na-agwa unu bụ emesịa na unu ga-adabado anyị masị unu ncha ididi ndị bụ na ọ dụrọ nwanne we know they give shishi.
We're so happy.
Yes, so we know they give shishi. What that means is that whether you're Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, it doesn't matter. All the people that wanted to sabotage, get away from here. We will all come together as Nigerian youth. We will win the election. We will vote for Peter Obi. In summary, that's what the music is talking about. My only thought that
you know they sweet you.
You know they give shishi. It only gives shishi for goods. For my only two understanding of investments. Any Igbo person in the comment section, if I'm not saying the right, I better tell you that the small one will understand.
Now the one will understand as long as
now we not like people are Igbo people, but they interpret them.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're welcome. Everybody they dance. So everybody they dance.
They give shishi.
We know they give shishi. No PVC, no remittance. No leave, no transfer.
No PVC,
no
pocket money.
PVC is free. Yes. Welcome, Omoye Savannah. How are you doing today?
My fellow comrades and fighters of the movement. I greet you now especially.
Greetings to you too.
Greetings, fellow obedience.
In fact, that song, I just a dance for road. Everybody, they look me like, so what did they happen to this one? And so I don't know what did they happen. There's a movement going on, silent revolution that's been televised. People don't know yet. See, this matter, I carry on like also they carry load for farm. When you carry load for now, so I take carry this matter. Even they plan trip to Nigeria to go join for grants, not be just to make mouth.
Yeah.
I dey find negotiators I go take land for Nigeria. Because sorry, if you now they hear me well. I just the okay, I want to make sure say the breeze not they disturb now. You know, this matter is this election. People should not sleep on it. There's a whirlwind of change coming. The wind that is coming, if anybody will not pay attention, it go blow them out of the way. And we need every opposing, every negative, every hindrance to be blown away, whether they like them or not.
We'll be blowing them away in the comments. No.
Exactly. You know, and I've loved all the jingles, all of them. Hey, I've been following the jingles like white on rice.
The jingle is sweet.
In fact, the jingle, the Hausa jingle, the Igbo, all of them. See, first of all, I be global citizen. They see myself as in terms of nationality, Nigerian, American. I'm a global citizen. I come from a tribe that I'm proud of. If Nigerians will start to practice that one within our hearts, our problem will solve. Individually, tell yourself, I am not anybody that wants to put you in a box. Oh, you know, this person is not Yoruba. Oh, you know, this person is not Ugeli. Oh, you know, person is not blah, blah, blah. Tell yourself, I'm Nigerian. I'm an embodiment of Nigeria. As I did so. Every tribe, not get the one we know the when I know when they inside me. Now Calabar, I dey inside. Now Yoruba, I dey inside. We have to see ourselves like that first. And it's an individual effort first before it can manifest on the outside, because it's what you tell yourself. You know, because if you don't see yourself in that way, the tendency is for you to claim to belong to a sect or belong to a tribe. That's when all these tribal sentiments work. But if you know they see yourself in terms of all those lines and those parts, when they won't line you up with, you know go agree. Those tribal sentiments no go stick. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because Adewale's point, Nigerians are such, we are very peculiar. Everywhere when I don't go for this word, Nigerians are the most supportive. Put aside our differences though. The most supportive. If you dare outside like this, you knew. If you jam Nigerian, you don't get answers to your problem, first of all. Because they will help you. We're communal in nature. If I meet Nigerian now, you know, they ask me, oh, which tribe you come from? The fact that I be Nigerian and my sister, my brother, that's the first thing. So we need to take that, we need to have that in our DNA by ourselves. So even when you go to Nigeria, see yourself like that. Don't see yourself in terms of boxes, little boxes. And, you know, I'm happy that we're having these types of conversation, because whether we like it or not, it's having an effect. You might not see it immediately. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow.
We but people are listening. You know why I said we see the effect, Amoye? Because we're in name day. Yes. We're in name day. I won't put in name. We know why I say we see the effects. Sorry to interrupt you. But some of them. In name don't talk, say she don't start to implement some of the solution when we all of us suggest last week, 2 weeks ago. Now last week we do the live show.
No, last week, yeah.
Say no PVC, no remittance. People in abroad telling your family members the importance of getting their permanent voters registration card, and she don't do them. And she talks saying
even comment and tell us commonsensesisters have implemented that thing
and it didn't work. Yes.
When you do live show on Sunday.
When Omoyawo village meeting last week Sunday, you know. So that's to tell you that it work. You see some of them, some you go see, some you not go see. But it's nice to see when people testify that it is working, right? You get what I mean? So you can continue. DJ Nelly, we can see you. Do you want to cover this?
Sorry, Nelly, we can see your face, so we're going to add you to the stream. If you want to cover your face, then you can feel free to do that. However, we'll add you to the stream and make sure that your YouTube is muted so that it doesn't echo. So Omoye, you can go on, and after you DJ Nelly.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, as a because the truth is that you're going to hear. I don't remember. I've lost count of the back and forth I've gone with people on social media. People that feel like, oh, yeah, I'm like, this one there, we drag the thing, we drag ourselves. I'm like, yeah, because this is a very important, if anybody is not seeing how important this time, this person is, forget about the person. It's no longer about the person anymore. It is a movement. The breeze when they blow, so anybody when no borrow in self-sense. This is the golden opportunity that we have as Nigerians globally to unify wherever you are, to make sure you push for this change to come. They keep saying there are no structures, but you are the structure. You and I, now we be the structure. What to be structure? Structure not past human being. You might have buildings, you might have titles and offices, but if you are not putting if you're not putting your hand to plow, you're not plowing with your hands, the structures go there, nothing go happen.
Yeah.
So it is a movement that you cannot afford to just sit idle by about. You have to. It does not matter. Forget about the end result. Yeah. Why don't you do your own, on your own, decide this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to move. All of my social media, apart from my what's it called? My YouTube channel, I never changed to Labour Party. All of them is changing. If you go on my WhatsApp, is Labour Party. If you go on my Instagram, is Labour Party. You have to put your money where your mouth is. Basically, if you are not holding your own self accountable when it comes to this very important and crucial point that we have found ourselves in history, how many times does this kind of things happen in Nigeria? Even if Peter Obi himself, he himself, as he did wherever he did, now he himself not believe waiting they happen. He himself not believe.
I'm not even only fighting for Peter Obi, it's myself too, a reflection of myself. Now, once we go there, good person.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's not everybody needs to understand that. So there's no time for sentiment, whether you are tribe or religion. Nobody gives a hoot about that, because everybody, they suffer the same. You Muslim, you are suffering. You are Christian, you are suffering. Babalao, you are suffering. So what are we talking about? Everybody's in this suffer. Everybody. Like you said, common sense sisters, wherever you are in the world as a Nigerian, one way or the other, I go touch you. Who Nigeria never happened to? You know, guess you want to explain them away. One way or the other, it will touch you. So instead of you to dig your heel in and say, you know what, let's push. Do you know what I see when I start to see all these things going on and how people are pushing and enjoying everything that's going on? I feel like we are in a war, right? That's what it really literally feels like. Like we're in a war. And there's a fortified wall, right, that's been built around us, that's kept us grounded, that's kept us helpless and feel like we have no hope. But we realize it's almost like light just come and everybody just get infusion of energy. We are pushing and breaking down those walls. That's what's happening right now. So you cannot afford to just sit on the fence and watch this blow by you without you putting in your own. It does not matter what the end result is. What matters is what you are doing. It's about an individual
civic responsibility.
Exactly. And then coming together as a group to push everything forward. That's what we're doing right now. So now that one I go talk rich for now. Make I hold on so that DJ Nelly go talk.
Thank you so much, Omoye. Thank you so much, Omoye. We appreciate you. We appreciate your opinion and continuous enthusiasm to encourage people. It's going to take time for some people because it's a new thing for them. It's going to take time. But we who believe in positive change and are hoping for positive change. I always tell people to put adjective before the change. Don't call it change, because now we will not define the kind of change when we want. Now broom carry us for 8 years of poverty. I say positive change. DJ Nelly, are you ready? You can unmute your mic, please. I think this is the first time we're seeing you on our platform. Welcome.
Come on, sister. It has been long time. It's more than 2 years now.
Longest time. I don't think you've ever called in. Nelly, where are you calling us from?
No, I follow you guys now. The time of COVID on AWA show. On AWA show. You don't say now.
Where exactly are you calling us from? Where? Are you calling from Nigeria?
No. Basically, right now, I'm in Czech.
Oh, you're from check. Wow.
Yeah. Long time. You guys are beautiful anyway. I love the work. I love the energy. I heard what Omoye said just now. There is a good thing, it's a good movement, but the facts and the truth must be said. I know this time around, Nigeria love what is trending. That's Nigeria for you. Peter Obi is the one trending now, right now. But the fact of the truth is that I'm not a fan of Peter Obi. That's just the truth. But I love what is good. I'm in Nigeria, proudly in Nigeria. You know, as a Nigeria, I can normally go home once in a while because the country is not safe for anybody. You know.
So what do you think will make the country safe now? If the country
the
safe,
the truth is that PDP and APC, they are one people. That's for me.
The rule be say you can only call those party names by their symbols.
So umbrella and broom. That's
okay. Yes. Umbrella and broom. They are equal to broom and umbrella. That's just it. That is just it. But Peter Obi have the most follower now. Not on social media vote we are talking about. So go and get your PVC. One, Nigeria is hungry. That's just number one. If you give it, you see what happened in Ekiti State today. They are votes. They are selling votes, buying votes. You get people is not voting for their conscience because of the money, 5,000, 10,000. That's Nigeria.
But that's not everybody. DJ, sorry to interrupt. Because you know the reason why I interrupt sometimes is because like for the Ekiti State governorship election, yes, there were some people that they were selling their votes.
Yeah.
The EFCC went to get some of them, went to capture some of them. There were also some people in that same Ekiti State, because I want us to talk straight, which play the video here, that are not selling their votes. So when we talk story, make we talk and well, make we give two sides.
I know. It was not all that was selling their votes. But 2023 election, truth is that now we have Peter Obi. It's not the biggest now, as we can see, it's not the biggest. AAC was the biggest. That's my party. Because the truth of the fact is that if the Labour and the Action Congress can come together, it will be a better fight.
Well, what are you doing? What is the question I want to ask you as a fellow Nigerian that is living abroad? Maybe talk. Because all of us live abroad.
I never see our fellow Nigerians waiting for Nigeria for the comments.
It would be nice to see those ones. So DJ Nelly now, as we there abroad now, I say the first thing when you talk about right now, be say you visit Nigeria once in a while, and because Nigeria not safe, right? But if to say Nigeria safe, you for the travel more often back to Nigeria. You for Evu Park, Abi. So
my career for big pass this one. I be DJ for 21 years.
Yeah.
See?
I play for Igbo club. Those are no level now.
Yeah, I know. So the thing is saying now, right about now, as a Nigerian citizen, first of all, DJ Nelly, what will be the things when they most important to you when you feel say go make the country begin the journey of moving in a positive direction? What are those things that you believe say go fit help?
Okay, good. Common sense, sister. Thank you for the question. The truth of the fact is that the matter is that one, why I must mention his name. Why I stand with Showore is the only candidate that said
DJ Nelly. I asked this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm disobey the rules.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. I know they like to talk over anybody. You know.
Okay.
When I ask you question, I ask you question as a Nigerian citizen.
Okay.
Who they support or not they support?
What did they pay you now as Nigerian citizen?
Because for me as Nigerian citizen, I know
what they make a list. I get full staff sheet of what they pay me.
Yes, and
okay. The fact is that
in the society, when they pay you, when you believe, say, if it better, then you go
help your ministry.
Okay, fine. One is it Nigeria Constitution.
Okay.
Without that, Nigeria is moving nowhere.
Okay.
That's just the fact, and that's the only thing.
That's the only thing.
Because the Constitution was not made that between me and you.
That's
If
true.
they can scrap that, say, okay, let's bring the 37 states together. So let's make Nigeria constitution. That's for the people. We make it. That's we.
Yeah,
that's true.
So you are right. So you say for you now at the Nigerian constitution.
Yes.
Now you as a Nigerian, who do you think is responsible for those creating those Nigerian constitution, writing it?
Those constitution was created by the military.
No, we know. For the new one, when we want. Because
now we go put not them.
We okay. So now we. But you know, say constitution, no, they jump, just they go create new one. They amend them, they discuss.
There are people that amend it or create a new constitution together.
And those people are what? Those people are elected into office. What are those people called?
Those people,
what are they called?
I've met the constitution. They are made, those people there. They are all those are just those. They are just corrupt people.
What is their title? What is their title? What is the name of government? What is the name of people that write constitution? What is their title of their responsibility? What is their title?
The Senate, House of Reps and the Senate.
The House of Reps,
the lawmakers,
and the Senate, right? The lawmakers, yes.
The lawmakers,
right? And now we they elect those lawmakers,
right? For we for we to be able to elect the right lawmakers, what do we need?
What do we need?
Yeah, what will give us that the right to say, now this lawmaker I want.
I know say if I elect this person, he go write better thing to create new constitution. He go do well for a constituency.
What do you think when we need?
My opinion is that you know, there are people, I don't how to put it. Some people worship money. Person like me, I don't worship money. I don't worship money. There are some people who will say, okay, let me go there tomorrow. You put in there tomorrow. Tomorrow it will change.
You have a very valid point.
That's very true.
You have a very valid point. Absolutely. Money they change on people, yeah. But before we feel elect somebody, people to go into that place, what thing we need to qualify us to elect people to go into that place?
The truth would, if we really need people, we need sincere and genuine people without criminal record.
We know that we need those people.
You don't want this life to sit and not for our hand. Everybody for comment section, don't they scream.
You know say you be correct. You know say you be correct.
To be able to use to vote for those people. People they even give you a for comment section, but not look the expo.
I love the look the exposure. I love the looker.
Not look the expo.
What do we need? What do we need? Hey, to be able to have that good people.
To be able to elect them.
What do we need? What do we need?
To elect them?
When every Nigerian adult needs to be able to elect the right people, what do we need?
Wait. One thing, common sense sister. To elect the right leader. One, if that's okay, let's go to House of Reps, Senate to vote to elect them. People in Nigeria cannot elect the right people. That's just the true word.
You be correct, DJ. So you know
they even give you a spot for comment section. Yeah, they look the expo there, so they look me now.
I don't see expo.
The expo now.
See expo, I better put the expo for there.
Now PVC.
But with your PVC, with your vote count.
For me. That we say expo the comment section. They say no go look.
No, not the PVC we're talking about. Sorry, the PVC. The PVC is the matter.
Exactly.
Common sense, sister. Me and you know, say the PVC is only what they say. Diaspora voting will be the one that will get the best leader.
I don't know that one with you.
You don't know that DJ Nelly. Maybe they play your tunes correctly. You don't know that one. Wait, see, I know. Be say permanent voters card.
Yeah, I have. People me have.
You know why they work? If you like say we dey hear ourselves. No, if you know they work, they're not gonna say people. They're not gonna give people bag of rice to tell you say their vote. If PVC know they work, and unfortunately we were there abroad. They don't allow us to get PVC. We don't talk about this. Say on March 1st, 2022, when they put bill to lawmakers, say let people abroad in diaspora give them the right to vote in the diaspora.
They are fighting for it now. They refuse.
But also they will not refuse. DJ Nelly, you know why they do this like this? Because I think my voice is wrong, but if your YouTube is on, so you can mute it. Okay. So DJ Nelly, the thing we say now, you in your own rights as a Nigerian citizen that is passionate about whatever it is you are supporting.
Whoever party it is that you're supporting now.
Right? So,
yeah,
you have to be passionate about enlightening people about the importance of getting their permanent voters card. Because whatever party you are supporting, that you believe in, is of no use if there's no permanent voters card to vote that party or people in those parties into power. You get what I mean? So even as you get here where we say you dey go Nigeria once in a while, you get people for Nigeria. It's your responsibility now, DJ Nelly, as a Nigerian when they seek for change, when you know say you want change, to call the people back home, when be your friends, maybe your family members and all those things. Tell them, say, may they go get their PVC. Because if you go talk, say, oh, this PVC not go work, the party where they support now this party, but it not go work, this and that. Now the same cry, poverty cry, everybody cry. But we know that this PVC, what's the making us for your background? Now this PVC, 9 people go use they get the opportunity and the rights to make the decision for themselves as Nigerian citizens. And the votes must count if you go there.
If you go there, you wait for the vote.
You wait for the vote where they count them. If you not follow us from the beginning of the live show, we get a part of the video where we talk about how that is possible. We even get a part of this live show where we don't talk about how they rig and how to prevent rigging. So whatever you are supporting, DJ Nelly, whichever person you support, when you say, oh, I support this party, I believe in this party.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. If no PVC or energize people when you know say they're on ground to be able to vote, to get their PVC, then it's of no use. You get what I mean, DJ Nelly? Yeah, I should say get what I mean.
I get you.
You get what I mean, right?
So common sense, sister. Sorry to cut you short. You see the PVC you are talking about. Day and night, I dey beg my followers, I dey even dash them money, say take for transport 5,000, 10,000, go and get your PVC.
No,
every
don't
day.
dash money.
No, give them money.
No, you don't understand. Sorry to use this word. No, not bribing them. They'll say I cannot spend inside some.
Not be bribe.
Not be for bribe. So people say I need to take this one. I do that every day. Well, if maybe my followers now, go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. That's the campaign we are doing. Go and get your PVC.
Don't talk about this time and say no PVC, no remittance. People when they ask around, they keep money every time. Not give anybody money again because the country not bad. Now make you the gas to send money go give people. Because the country bad. Now make if country good. People not gonna get on your neck say, oh, they never pay me pension.
Make I tell you
money. Oh no,
DJ
it's people's rights. They get leg when they used to go church. They get leg when they used to go mosque. They get leg when they used to attend party. But to get PVC, they collect money. No!
DJ Nelly.
I understand. That is what I'm doing. I don't have to lie for it. It's what I'm doing. Don't say I can't go there. I don't have tea. The place is far.
DJ Nelly. You there, yeah?
Yes.
Let me tell you. You come from Nigeria. You know how Nigerians, some of them, they beg. They feel they use beg. If they beg, you come on your conscience. Come on, your money from your account.
Yes.
They look my face, so.
I see your face.
I say, may you not give anybody any tip fare. No shishi. PVC na bet rights for person to get as adult Nigerian citizen. Any person when they ask you for transport fare to go collect their PVC, it means say they don't want good thing for themselves.
Imagine they go ask you, they go ask another person for urgent 2K. They go ask another person for urgent 2K.
And if you continue to give them money, even as you mean well for them to take transport to that place, you are indirectly supporting their laziness and lack of civic responsibility.
No, sir.
Trust us, DJ Nelly. When you know remit any cash, if they will not say you get serious.
When they don't get the PVC,
when they call you for video call,
show you the PVC, then you go fit send it.
Then you no say you go send them any money. You will see what you can do. If you know shakara, people go they use it till they do otoyos. When you are using one way to try and solve problems, it's not working. You change the other way. If you never get inspired, look at the doctor when say people will not get PVC, then go pay their normal medical consultation. But those when get, then you give them free consultation. Where would they use our brain? They think outside the box on our own to Because our own people now, we know them. And we know where they pain them and where they suit them. You get what I mean? Because now you're there abroad now. Even if you, as you're there abroad now, even if you won't go Nigeria, go for anything, you know go fit, maybe because of work or anything. But these people, when they enjoy from your hard work, they say they need transportation to make sure say all the money where they help, they support them and all those people. They not sit down one, they go sacrifice themselves, go do the right thing. They're not gonna make a trek, go to place. They walk. That's the thing. Simple and short. They go call you say this DJ, you got the wicked, you got the this. Now for their own good. Now for their own good, you don't need to explain anything. Trust me. Your line will go quiet for some time. After some time, they ring with video call. Anyways, as you did there, so maybe we don't add somebody. We'll come back to you. I am. Okay. Adaiha. You can mute your mic.
And this Wi-Fi where they question you.
How do we pronounce your name, please? How do you want us to call you? Hey, network.
This network.
Oh my goodness. She has been chatting in the live. We can call you Ada. Can we call you Ada? Hey,
we're not hearing you clearly. This network is doing somehow.
We know they hear you clearly. Can you call? Yeah, you have to go back and try and call in. Ella put the distance.
Yeah, I want to talk something really quick.
Yes.
So, as Nigerians, we're great people, regardless of what anybody thinks. We there's no perfect situation. There's no perfect human being. Nobody's perfect. So as you get good, better people, now so you still get people when bad. And even the people when they're bad, they get times when they're good too. So it's not enough occasion that they are bad. So when I say that Nigerians are great, we need to always remember that we all come from a place and we all want it to be better than where it is right now. Mm-hmm. This is not the time to be doing divide and conquer. This is not the time to be fighting within ourselves. If anybody, whoever you feel like is your candidate, that's who you want to follow, hey, that's you. That's on you. It's an individual thing. Nobody's going to diss you for it. But don't, try to, in trying to maybe sound intelligent, or you're trying to impress somebody else, you're trying to drag everybody down with you. There's no need for that. Nobody has that time. Whether anybody likes it or not, this movement is moving itself. We are even doing it, we don't even know why we are doing it. Personally, I've never been this involved in Nigerian politics. I always tune out. They always tune out. For the first time in my life, there's a fire inside of me that I didn't even know existed on top of Nigerian politics. Not that I'm not sick and tired of the situation. I am. I'm tired. I'm exhausted of it. But because I know the potential, I see the potential, and I see that there's somebody who is willing to put their feet to the fire. And it's not as if when that person gets in, everybody goes and rests. It continues. It does not stop. That's what politics is all about, So in as much as we encourage everybody to go and vote, to go and get your PVC and all of that, it's for your own good. Yeah. That's just a fact. It's for your good. And do you want to see better days for your children? Do you want your life to be better than yours? Their lives to be better than what yours was? We see the mess that our ancestors left for us. Where do we start making it work? Where do we start fixing it? We have to start from somewhere. And if we see a move, if we see something that's moving, anybody in their reasonable mind, or who's hungry for this change, should move along and bring about that change. Then we can start dealing with other issues.
Yeah.
If we don't do that, we're going to come see all this one where they talk. Hey, see, if by mistake Nigerians get it wrong this time, I will wash my hand. That's it. I'm done.
Oh my! Nigeria Potiphar will wash hands. That's how we go wash.
Literally.
We wait. Don't worry. Wait.
No, the reason why they talk and be said, if let people don't understand the impact of waiting this election will be. in their. This is a lifetime opportunity. People don't understand.
I will throw my passport too.
Which of them?
If you throw your passport,
which of them?
Who you gonna look to your DJ lyrics?
If you throw your passport, you're not gonna pick up Nigerian jollof.
If you throw your passport, you don't pick up jollof. You don't pick up customer anything. They're gonna station your Nigerian passport.
Now, how are you gonna shop for the rest of your life?
It's better now.
No, it's true because we need to understand. We need to understand. Say this is not politics as usual. This is not like it has always been. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for people to take full advantage. Here's the ideal situation. And this is just me. It's my own personal opinion. If I were anybody on the ground right now and I belong to any party whatsoever, you have to observe what's going on, observe how the wind is blowing, and then adjust accordingly. That's why eagles are able to fly even in difficult times. They fly against the tide of the wind. You see that wind, that's powerful. So the eagle can fly right through it. Okay? Now, people, when they dig ground, all the different parties when they dig ground, you go look. Come, what is going on here? Let's encourage putting aside selfish ambition, religion, tribe, sentiment. This movement is not just for the people, it's also for you. The change that you're clamoring for, the only way it can be possible is when you join hands together with somebody else who you see has the force behind him to make that change happen, and then you put in your own interest. That's how it is done. My hope is that the other parties in Nigeria, I know they're all selfish, but I'm still hopeful, okay? That they will be able to sit down and say, wait a minute.
No, they forget your hope for those other people. That's why you have to focus on.
I must talk my own now. Let me say my opinion. Let me say my opinion. Now, my opinion, anybody if you take them or reject them, but who understand? If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. It's not that simple. You understand? Because the truth is, we get parable pass. Now we get the wisdom. There's some wisdom that people drop in Nigeria. We get them. But in wisdom enough for us to come together and work as a group of people, as diverse as we are. Somebody said, one of the callers, I can't remember who we was, said, we are so diverse. I think it was one of you, commonsensesisters, that said, that means that we have different ways of being able to... Adewale. Different ways of being able to solve a problem. Do you know how blessed we are? We have no idea. There is strength in our diversity that we don't know. You go to the east, there's a strength. You go to the north, there's a strength. You go to the west, the southwest. Everywhere in Nigeria, there's a strength. The thing that you thought you knew, you go to another culture, you can say, okay, now so that they do it for you. You go add and join your own. We know they sit down one. I mean, like I said, I'm hoping against hope. Because this change, when they happen, whether people like them or not, it will happen. But the fact remains, are they willing? The opportunity that has come, are people's eyes open enough, and are they willing to take this now and run with it? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a very, very deep question. That's a very, 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 very deep question, man. Very, very deep. Thank you so much, Omoya, and standing in your this thing. Hopefully, other people who have personal, what do they call them? Greed and selfishness to sell the country. Say selling Nigeria is their birthright. I don't expect their conscience to come back.
Who go back?
They go sell. I don't know. People go buy now. People will understand the country go buy. Then they talk say some people may need common sense. Some people may need money to go, but they must show proof. Some people may need transport fare. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. If I don't give you transport fare once, may you go get your PVC.
I put my face for that. I know they give shishi.
Well, but for those when they give, If you give once, the person come back after you say,
Ashwale.
They
lie very long.
Ashwale. Noise you.
No, so far so good. My followers, I don't get about 100 people who don't get their PVC. So far so good.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So yeah, if you want to ask me for money, have you get your PVC? If it's no, don't call me.
Have you got your PVC? No PVC, lose my number.
Make I see. If you not get your PVC, lose my number.
Lose my number.
Get your PVC, lose my number.
No PVC, no remedy.
If you not get your PVC, lose my number.
Lose my number. That's the truth.
If you not get your PVC, no
money, no shishi, no pocket money, no remittance.
Because we have to get it right this time. We have to get it right this time.
Especially, yes, we have to get it right this time. We have to get it
Because
right.
if we didn't get it right this time, forget about it.
Forget about it. Hey, now read baby.
Forget about it.
If Nigeria on February 12th, no elect better leader,
the Valentine is gonna be bloody.
I'm Mama Tio boy they talk no somebody nonsense. They do a swallow for politics.
But I will be there by February. I will put my ticket on the next day of the election. If he work, I can stay. But if he did not work, I don't mute.
Oh, it go work. Now make we dey talk. They raise awareness, right?
It go work. Why not go work?
Like after the live show now, we go share one short video about how
normal videos, everything.
Normal video. That's why on our own we went Sabi use internet and all those things. NIGERIAN.org. Get a lot of useful information, but we also know see many of our people don't understand what's they may not have internet, but we have to we have to be patient and use a lot of empathy and kindness when we raise this awareness for our people.
Yeah.
And the importance and say, if someone say they go rig, no go rig, and if you go there, go vote. Plenty of people go there. You do your PVC, you go vote. Nothing will happen. If anybody they fear, may them take inspiration from the NSAS movements. We don't dare inside structure of destruction and poverty for 23 years of democracy. Now we need positive change. Not gonna know the dollar call and say change. We need positive change to move Nigeria forward. Don't
and the umbrella.
Make nobody with broom and umbrella. Now we talk say broom sweep us.
You sweep Nigeria destiny come out. No, umbrella can't cover the destiny.
No, broom, no. Umbrella come, then come switch. Come switch. They come cover us. Destruction, obstruction everywhere. Please. Make we all do the right thing. We dey round up now. Unfortunately, 3 hours we don't do. Yeah, unfortunately, the lady that called in, I think her network was very.
Oh my goodness,
was very bad.
So sad. And she has been commenting since.
Yes,
she's been trying to get in. Yeah.
Yes, this lady.
So sad that we're able to get you today.
We miss not having her on here because I'm sure she would have. I read in the comment section where she also said she's living in diaspora and she has her PVC and she's thinking of traveling to Nigeria to go and vote.
Yeah.
It would have been lovely to hear her talk about it.
That's the spirit right there. That's the spirit, because the truth we say, if we get it right this time, imagine the possibilities. You people don't understand. People don't understand. Imagine the possibilities. That means that it's not. You don't have to travel. You don't have to feel the pressure to get out of your country. You can decide you want to stay there. Be everything
for vacation and not be scared.
Yeah. Exactly. Your children go get hope. They go better school. They go eat better food. They go get chance to grow and become something for life.
Yeah.
So who is that? I think somebody is trying to talk.
I think we've meeting. Maybe he was talking. Maybe DJ Nelly was talking to somebody else. So we're going to round up. So if Maya get final words, we'll go do and then DJ Nelly. Then we round up. We'll go do a small club party for here, and then we'll go end the show.
DJ Nelly, you get any final words?
Play for you if you get club party. I'm going to club, so I'm going to club tonight. So I will play for you.
We go play at the end. But you get any final words concerning encouraging people to get their PVC
and everything?
What I have for them, anyone that have your followers, try let them get their PVC. 2023, we must get it right. Without that, I will throw my passport away. My airport I for throw away. I just now they say I don't throw away and say I not be the country again. Say I just dash it. I'll come out.
But now that passport now you use to fit the travel, go check.
Now I'm better reach there. If I reach there, I will be there. I will vote that day. I will there.
That's amazing. Thank you
So
so
I
much.
will there. Okay, common sense. You guys belong, eh? You guys.
Yeah.
You don't tell.
You don't tell.
Don't say that.
You don't tell. Hey, my life.
Hey, when they come Canada, we don't buy our tickets. We like to see
July 15th.
Okay.
live. Anybody when they
Okay.
Canada, Toronto, AY is coming to Toronto and other provinces. You don't go buy on a ticket.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you.
Okay, now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now.
See you next time.
And thank you for calling in.
And mobilizing.
Mobilizing your own followers using your own platform. That DJ Nelly calling in make una know say diversity is of opinion is encouraged.
From checks, yes, they mobilize people to get PVC. Even they help people with audience 2K for transport to go get PVC. How determined are you for change in Nigeria? Make una they look DJ Nelly, if you did check, DJ Nelly is there for your beats.
Thank you. All right, take care, DJ Nelly. Bye.
Okay, now common sense.
Oh yeah.
That's the end.
Oh, okay. Oh, I dey wait for Nana. I say, Abi, these people have not gotten to me. Well, my final, more I enjoy. Nana just the jollof shout. Hey, why they come? That we don't get someone. You are full pleasure.
Tomorrow we get
We are going
Are
to
you
Tiwa
serious?
Yes, in Opera House.
From the king of Afrobeat to the
Queen of
Afrobeat.
Afrobeat.
Last week we go Adekule Gold. Any Nigerian when they do
We dey support them. Yesterday we went to stand by lifting orders. Tomorrow we dey go where water don't pass Gary. Because last week we go where we fit catch somebody when we can catch me if you can.
That's enjoy.
We dey enjoy. Summer is not always.
Enjoyment galore, man.
Yes,
I can't wait for these people to show up in my own neck of the woods. Oh. This is great. That's very nice. Honestly, I'm very excited to hear that. So Safi go come Canada now for come. Just fly, come back. But anyway, well, this topic, thanks for bringing this, thanks for keeping this up, because we need to keep this energy. I know say election are next year. We have to remain focused. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep looking forward and not be distracted. And we have to pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, we need to know exactly what's going on. And then people should start getting more interested in how they are being ruled from their communities. Don't wait till when it's government election, state government election or president election. Please, this thing is very important. So, like now, all of us, you know who your local government chairman be for really, for the local government area where you come from. Do you know your local government chairman? You understand? These are things that are very important, because we need to call them out, they talk to them, they address them, so they will do the necessary things. If they are truly giving them money, why are they not doing it for the people? So anyway, I digress, but this is something that we need to be talking about.
Correct. You know they digress, so now correct statement.
You did the same way. We get you.
We agree with you on that.
Because because the truth be say, in as much as we they clamor for this change when they come, if it come, are we really ready within the system to make sure that every aspect of it is impacted? Because your local government chairman is responsible for ensuring that your lives are better. There are good roads. Things are working, hospitals are working. If he's been assigned, follow the money. If you hear say they don't give money or they don't share money to local government, go and visit your local government office and have a meeting with your local government chairman. Introduce yourself as a group or as an individual and show up and say, Oga, we want to, these things are not, this is happening, that is happening, this is going on. So what are we doing? Who is in charge of this? So that we can follow up and make sure that the person is doing. Everybody I need today. You are not interested in politics, you are not interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. It will show you pepper. If you like, you remain docile, it will come and bite you when you are sleeping. So we need to get more engaged. I think this is an opportunity to really expand beyond and get interested in who your internal affairs officers from different parts of the world are. Who is the political affair officer from the US, from the UK, from every part? Because your country is of interest to a lot of people. What are these people's interests? What are they coming to do? What types of questions are they asking? What is their role in all of this? We need to get more engaged. It cannot be like before anymore. We need to know, because whatever happens impacts us. Now we they feel and pass, not be them. I was watching an interview yesterday, and I'm not going to talk about that interview. I think I'll wait till when I do village meeting tomorrow to address that interview. But I just feel like as Nigerians, we really have a lot of work to do. But this is the start. If we get this right, we can have other conversations. So I rest my case. Thank you, comrades. We shall meet on the battlefield.
Yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
All right. Bye. Bye-bye. Yes. Oh, now don't hear the kitty kata 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 kata. Both from obedience and non-obedience that called into the live show today. That's to testify and let you know that if you are passionate about whatever you support, the first way is to get the PVC. If constitution not good and you not like them, you have to get PVC. Know who is running for election, House of Reps and Senate, lawmakers. Tell them to verify their track record. If they be chief right from primary school up to adulthood, do you think that they're going to make laws or support bills that would help? People say we are making noise online. Online is free. We must make noise. If we will not make noise, the Senate will not gather together to talk about talking to INEC to do what? To extend the possibility of extending registration for the voters card. Also, go and visit INEC Nigeria. At that space, we love you too. INECNigeria.org. Go and visit that.
As a diaspora, you say you get access to internet.
Go to that
website. Do the research on the people in your community and tell them this is the place.
Yes,
go there.
Yes, and hold WhatsApp group.
Take screenshots.
Your community
to them as picture. Go there and do the
also come here to the Common Sense Sisters YouTube channel and be getting updates. Okay, I don't want to be hearing that. I'm hearing on Twitter. I don't know where the update is going on. No, those things. Oh yeah, carry your portmanteau and come to the Common Sense Sisters YouTube channel.
We try our best every day.
Put on your notification bell. What's wrong with you now?
And watch the video and share it.
And watch the video. If not anything, you go dance to jingle. If not anything, you will hear encouragement from Professor Dora Akunyili about the possibility of change, about the possibility of swimming against the time. You know what I mean? That's it. Thank you so much. Put on there, make I read that bed. Say I love you, Common Sense Sisters. We, the coconut head generation, say no to get.
Yes, so
yes, coconut. You know, say that they break coconut. Me, my head na rock. They rock or Sorosoke. In addition to Sorosoke generation, we not leave, we not transfer.
Yes, so no.
Governance, yes, good governance we demand, good governance we must get.
Good governance, we are here. Corruption,
no.
Corruption, no. Good governance, we are here. People when they watch Ayetoro diary, you can understand that.
If they watch Ayetoro time.
Anyway, before we go close, don't just give us 30 seconds. Today and Saturday now, we go club.
Yeah.
We don't give us 30 seconds or some of the music we like when they play for our club when we go to. Everybody enjoy this.
Are you ready?
Enjoy this one. These are the last jingle for the night before we take people to item 7 to have a dinner.
Let's go to the skeleton to Peter Obi. Can you do what is to Peter Obi? Who else is 2 years now, bitch? Can you do what is to who else is to be president? Can you do what is to Peter Obi for president? Be the president.
Yes, so who they Zuzu, who they Nene, Peter Obi. Peter Obi for president. Who Pepe Resto. Okote is back from Egypt. He's back from Egypt after he went to go and source information on how to expand and enhance the electrical problems in Nigeria.
How to move Nigeria from
darkness,
from 1,000 power watts and mega power watts
to higher. So that our national grid nobody skipping rope. Okote is back. He's coming to push Nigeria from darkness into the light, and the Nigerian youth beautifully welcomed him at the airport today. We know if we save those videos because they offload the in due time, but we go post them for our channel.
Obi Focus. Fellow obedience. Focus.
Leave the naysayers. Anybody may not believe this with their business.
Focus. Please, if you have not click the like button. Before we close. If you know you are living in the Greater Toronto area and you are in search of a wholesome, delicious, verifiable, accountable foods, Nigerian authentic food, when you go to chop, and your body go to do yori, nyom. All your taste buds will be standing awake and alive. They go be like say you in Nigeria, you enjoy. Visit your malicious.
Watch this video right now.
Visit this website and place
and
your
we'll
order.
be right back.
And
then we will not talk together.
Welcome to Yo-Yo-Me-alicious, the best Nigerian online food service in Toronto, Canada. We deliver to Toronto, Concord, downtown Toronto, Etobicoke, North York, Thornhill, Vaughan, Woodbridge, Mississauga and Scarborough. Order now at yoyomealicious.com. A unique taste of Nigeria. Follow us on Instagram at yoyomealicious. Like and share this video. Nigeria to the world.
More videos coming out tomorrow. We know say tomorrow what do they call it, Father's Day. So we have videos for Father's Day around the world coming out tomorrow. So make sure you engage with them, watch, share the video with your fathers. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, common sense fathers out there. In advance, where they drop videos giving you people try as much as to give you daily updates about the Peter Obi movement and everything that's happening. Could they drag on the information from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere on the internet? We'll try and bundle them up here to keep you all posted. But please, you have to engage in the content. You have to actually watch the videos. When you watch videos, please watch the adverts with them. Also share the videos, share the channel so that people can come in and subscribe and enjoy what we're enjoying here today. We need more like minds and people to come and subscribe.
And even diverse minds.
We
need diverse minds
to engage in what we're talking about, because this is very, very powerful. People calling me from different parts of the world. Adewale from Europe,
DJ Nelly from Chair, come here from California.
We here in Canada. Some people in the comment section, they are calling
Many
from
people.
Nigeria. You know, so we need all these things to make our country better.
Great.
Yes, please listen to them. Everyone, please share the live stream with all Nigerians. Anybody that you know, share the live stream. You know, it go good for all of us. Okay?
Yes, so if it's better for one person, and we'll continue to share the good news. Everybody. Thank you, everyone, for engaging in the live chat. The obedience and non-obedient supporters, but those who believe in the power of the PVC.
Yes.
Those who were discouraged and now are encouraged just by watching our videos. Both those that are watching us silently, that cannot type in the chat or call in. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Or those of you that you can't call in, you feel like calling, you cannot call in. Or those of you that you try to call in and you're unable to call in. Network not let you this time. Don't worry. Another time, you'll be able to talk.
For the most part, we're here every Saturday.
Every Saturday
and we always
at
update
2
the
p.m.
community tab, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, always check the community tab for updates.
Fridays, you see it there. No, they miss out.
Make sure so you enjoy your weekend though.
Yes, we are going to enjoy Tiwa Savage concert tomorrow.
We are going to see the Queen of
Afrobeat.
Oh, we are going to see the Queen of Afrobeat. But until we see you next time,
together we say,
may common sense never depart from you. Bye, everybody.
Like and share the video. Bye-bye.